Alright, we're starting. Everyone say hi. Everyone say hi.
Oh my god. Everyone. Hi.
Okay, I'm gonna ask, do you people in chat hear the others? Try talking again.
Oh, I'd love if they don't hear us.
Oh yeah, so like, I'm just schizo talking to myself.
Oh, for
That'd be
frick's
so
sake,
funny.
people are saying I'm representative of my own country. My setup is the Southeast Asian setup.
What is the Southeast? What's
That's
that? What's
really
that?
nice.
Going straight to
this-
race, just like a typical Arknights.
That feels a little racist, yeah.
I'm just on a budget stream, that's about it. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, chat.
Okay.
From left to right, you've got
Are they
Ivan.
still really quiet, guys? Are they still really quiet?
Wow.
I'm gonna fucking max out their volume. I'm just gonna fucking max them out,
Interesting.
so you have their fucking voices pierce your fucking eardrums.
I guess so.
Oh, I'm very loud.
Nice.
Okay, am I less loud
Yes,
now?
Super, that makes sense. You put yourself way above us. You blasted
Fuck,
yourself.
fuck, my inherent narcissism shows itself yet again. Okay, is this better? Super, you are piercing me instead? Well, I'm glad.
Like somebody asked,
Okay.
where's Kyostin?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna hope that this is fine. There you go. We're all here now. Why is... Okay, there you go.
Alright.
We good?
So 1.4.
Am I supposed to pick an image here that you posted?
No, I gave you the fucking marine, the Team Teresa marine.
Oh, okay.
I also made him huge, like really big.
Okay.
Well,
Wait,
we're gonna
he's,
get some-
yeah, he's huge. All right. Okay, cool.
First
Right,
question, is Endfield compromised? What do you mean, is Endfield compromised?
What does compromise mean?
What do you mean?
What
Is
is
it
that
like
choice of word?
Being invaded by another state? What do you mean?
We've been hacked, bro. Endfield has malware. Did you not know?
Oh no, not another one of those situations.
Okay, everybody, it's time to blow the load. What did you think about 1.4? What's your opinion?
Okay, that's how we start.
Yes, that's how we
Holy-
start.
Wow,
That's how we
okay,
start.
I
Blow the
see.
load.
You
It
just
doesn't matter
finished
if
it, right?
none of
Blow
you
the
are
load.
known in this call. We're just gonna straight away get into it.
Yes.
My chat's already asking who the fuck are these people?
They don't need to know. They don't need to know.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait, so we're really jumping into it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me all about it. I'm all ears.
Really? Okay.
How
Wait,
is
why
that
not
again?
you first? You just finished the game.
Yeah,
or you
true.
Just finished the patch.
Exactly. I just finished the patch. I was gonna say I've been
Fresh in your mind.
procrastinating. I've been procrastinating this, like since it came out, and I was like,
Oh, you're
fuck.
procrastinating so hard. So you played it today, right? So you're past the first week.
Yeah, I played it today. I played it and I finished it today.
So you could literally steal what Kill did. Kill did a whole video to tell his entire channel that he didn't clear the first week's content. Because there's a time limited content.
Yeah.
And he made a whole video to mention to people that his account is screwed.
Damn. Well, I guess I'm fucked as well. Well,
yeah, I guess you're part of it as well.
such is life, I guess. Okay, so my opinion on 1.4. My opinion on 1.4. It's divided in 3 arcs, so to speak. There's the initial arc with Sir, with like the ink bridges where you activate the altars and shit. Then there's the exclusion zone arc, which is when you enter the exclusion zone to the bridge. And then there's the final arc, which is the bridge to the end. The exclusion zone arc kind of made me want to blow my fucking brains out. But the final arc was some of the best shit I've seen in 3D gachas, just in general. While the Sir arc was really mediocre.
Start from the bridge going down.
Yes, from the bridge and to the end.
Right.
That's the final arc. From the bridge to the end.
That is beautiful, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is exclusion zone including the whole pointing the thing and getting rid of the purple squares?
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you
stealth,
like that? Okay.
The stealth sections where there's the unkillable enemies that just immediately expunge your soul if you enter the circle. That's cool. I liked that. Everything else, though, it felt like it failed at really basic storytelling, in my opinion.
Everything else, so meaning England Pass and before the bridge collapse.
No, the bridge collapse is like the separate arc. That's another thing. By everything else, I mean entering the exclusion zone, talking to everyone.
That means you didn't like the part where they did Arcane and the pet that she had, which was what was the name of the pet? Some kind of blitz. Oh my god, I can't remember. Blitz.
Yeah, the part with Blitz. Yeah, there you go. That part here. I didn't like any of it, especially the school part. The part at the fucking school with the instructor. Oh my god, it was insufferably bad.
Oh, I didn't really feel that way. I feel like I had a different thought there.
Because it was random? Like they just threw it in there? Or?
No, because it really dragged. It really dragged, and it kind of forgot that it's a video game, right? I was just watching a movie, basically. You walk into a room, there's a cutscene. You walk 2 fucking steps, there's another cutscene. There's a fight that lasts 30 seconds. Then there's another cutscene. At this point, make a fucking TV show.
Right, so you're saying that it kind of suffered from a bit of that 1.0 where it's like it's trying to tell a story but it's constantly interrupted by something that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, and it also repeats information a lot, because I get the point of Homecoming is to confront what happened 10 years ago and to reminisce on the people and the places, but by the 15th scene of Arcane or Fang Year, reminiscing on the olden times, I feel like I get the fucking point. At some point, I just really couldn't take it near the end.
Should we talk about each arc separately then? Like, because you mentioned that it's 3 arcs. Then we go.
Sure, let's talk about each arc separately. So the first arc with
the first is England part.
Yeah, with Sir.
So the first map.
Yeah, so the part with Sir, with the altars, the ink bridges, and all that.
But did you like Sir?
I really didn't like Sir. I really didn't like Sir.
I
think I liked her.
She's cool, I guess.
Like, her personality is fine. I like her personality. It's the fucking English voice acting. It's the English voice acting.
Well, I don't know.
The English voice acting is hilariously bad when it comes to Sir. Like, every line is either off tone, like the tone is completely off, or the cadence is completely off, or she speaks too fast, or she just mispronounces words. Like, I had to lock in on the subtitles because I could not comprehend what she's saying half the time in the English dub.
I feel like it's probably because they hired a Chinese VA to be voicing an English character.
Yeah, that's definitely what they did. Like, for Mifu as well, they definitely hired a Chinese VA to do it.
And they did that for Tang Tang as well.
And Tung Tung, yeah.
And I feel like they really suffered from it because it's gigantically distracting. It's so distracting, and they can't really speak English all that well. I'm sorry to say it, but they don't speak English all that well.
Doesn't
Oh,
come
wow, the
across as
Chinese-
I
natural.
don't think that's an issue
Awesome.
because it's just a game of accents, and like
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
it's
just
either
happy
you
they
appreciate
have
accents or
it,
you don't.
right?
What did you say?
Like,
Isaac?
I'm happy that they have like regional accents.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
of
I
course,
like about
of course. That's
Arknights.
undoubtedly a good thing, right?
one of the most unique things to this entire IP is just like, you know, regional accents in English.
Absolutely.
I think it's sick.
Yeah.
That's true. It's one of the best parts of it. I feel like there should be a balance struck, right, between having the unique regional accent and still being a good dub.
It's almost like you're saying you're okay with the fact that they got a Chinese VA, but they should have picked a better one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Pick a better Chinese VA.
Because basically you're saying you have no issue, you have less of an issue with Mifu and Tang Tang than you do with Si.
Yeah, no, Mifu and Tang Tang, they're fine. Mifu is a little monotone when she speaks. She's kind of boring to listen to. Si is tragic.
Okay. I love
I'm
this
okay
one
though.
comment that I just saw, caught my attention, and it's somebody saying, says the guy who has the most thickest accent in the call right now.
Yeah, I'm not a voice actor though. That's the issue. I'm not a voice actor. That's my
Great
excuse.
comment, dude.
That's my excuse.
It's never going to be voice acting anything. You've had his words.
I'm not a
Like,
voice
don't we
actor.
technically have the thickest American accents though?
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
what is
I
the
would
original
assume, yeah.
language? English.
But none of us are British here, so
Yeah, none of us are
No,
British, so we technically have the thickest American accents. All right, I'm sorry. That's
but no,
Going back in
I'm
the race.
with Si, I think.
Shit.
I thought she was.
I
cool, yeah.
think
I think she was
Isaac
alright.
was.
Yeah, she wasn't like my favorite character, but I did appreciate her there. I mean, had me asking a lot of questions about the Sui, and I was like, God damn.
Okay, no, now there's a comment
this-
in chat defending me, defending my honor. Look at that. Says, would make for a good accent. The English is great and he has a strong accent. There you go. There you go. Chat is defending my honor.
Yeah,
Is chat defending your accent?
Yes.
y'all are gonna sing a different tune when we go to the equivalent of Siracusa on
Yeah,
Talos
you know,
2.
yeah, when we get to the Siracusa equivalent and they're gonna cast me, I'm gonna have the worst performance, like, by far.
So I liked to, but like the entire section though, in Yinglong Pass, like those pillars, I did not like any of that. That was just boring as hell for
It's
me.
very
Yeah.
it's going with the same thing that they did with a lot of the other regions before this, where it's like, oh guys, we've got an objective, you know, let's get to this tower, into this tower, into this tower. Like, it's the same. When did they last do this? They did this in 1.2 when they did test area, where it's like you just keep going into, you were sending that freaking GUI thing to their terminal or something, and then I
Yeah.
think you do the same thing as well in 1.3, the sword vault one. So yeah,
So-
quite samey.
I feel so lucky, kind of. So after 1.2, which I thought was a relative high note, I just stopped playing for a hot minute, and everyone was saying like, "Oh, you're gonna have to get through 1.3. It's like really bad. It's like the patch is super awful." I'm like, "Uh-oh." Thankfully, because it's all fluff, it's all filler, I didn't have to do that at all, and I just went straight to 1.4.
Yeah, you know,
Oh
just
my
fucking
God.
So
skip it.
you
Just fucking
didn't
skip
touch
it.
1.3 story at all because it's optional.
At all, did not touch it.
Good, keep
Hey, you
it that
save
way.
time.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
No, it was great. It helped me get through, you know, the patch because I was worried I had to do
No,
like
no, no.
6 hours.
Fine.
Fucking
Hey, now that
story.
you're done with 1.4 and you know you gotta clear stuff, you gotta get some tools, some materials or something, you can go back now.
I'm probably
Yeah, go
going
check
to.
out 1.3 for us, man.
I need the fucking polls so badly.
Yeah. Go open those areas you haven't opened.
Yeah, but all of Yinglong Pass though, it was so formulaic, it was so boring. I just wasn't a fan of like that entire piece. I prefer the exclusion zone way the hell more, and its reveal. That was
I
one of
wouldn't
the
say it
coolest
was
reveals.
completely boring. It just overstayed its welcome. Like they could have.
Yeah, I just
made
felt it
way
was
shorter.
really made. I just felt it was really made. I liked the ink bridges. I thought the exploration in that area was pretty good with the ink bridges. There's a lot of chests to find around. But yeah, it's really made, and there's a Sir, which makes my ears bleed every time she opens her mouth, so...
Jesus Christ, man.
But I think when England Pass hit, the part that made me the happiest was the map. Because like, ever since the first like 1.0, and then after we got Tsingbo Stockade, so we started going into Tsingyu, Markerstone, and Test Area. I think the number one complaint that I have, and some people also have, is that all the maps started to feel freaking linear. So like, it always feels like a straight line path of how you navigate around the map. And it's so easy to just complete your exploration and stuff that there isn't much post-exploration that you really want to do or have to do because you feel like you've already walked whatever that you need. Whereas when England Pass came around, because England Pass is just a giant circle with like another circle in the middle, I was like, oh shit, they finally decided to not do the same like straight line design of a map. That made me pretty happy.
That's true. Especially after 1.3, the fucking ruins 1.3 map, which is literally just a straight line. It's like a corridor.
Yeah. Oh, 1.3 was so bad. Well, I hated that map. Bro, that map is a fucking golden ratio spiral. That's all it is. It's just a single line.
Yeah, it's literally a corridor. It's literally just a corridor. The entire area.
Yeah. But England Pass saved it for me in the sense that I was like, okay, if that's what they're doing here, I'm guessing that the next map after that is probably going to be the same. Which, like, the next map is a hellhole to explore. Because they finally did that 80 chest size map, like the exclusion zone. And there's actually so many things to open and, like, so many floors to go up and down of.
It's a good map.
Yeah.
It was so...
It's a very good map.
I'd argue that it's up there with Wuling City. Like, Wuling City is fun as a visual because, you know, it's human life and whatnot. But, like, the whole ruined place and, like, you get to see all the collapsed building and just devastation everywhere. It's like, that's a nice map to be in.
It kind of reminded me of Lindell from Elden Ring, if that's what.
Yeah,
it's called.
I was gonna mention it looked like a FromSoft design map. So it was kind of cool.
I don't know if you guys ever played that, but
I didn't play Elden Ring. It's like the only Soulsborne that I didn't play.
it's like a giant forest, but it's been like ruined because of battle. It's like completely devastated and destroyed. But you can kind of see they might have taken some inspiration because there's like the far distances you can see, and then the music as well, atmosphere. It all felt similar.
The ink bridges that you mentioned, by the way, that was good. I wish they did it more, but they at least had a little bit of simple trickery of like breaking up the bridge or like walling up the whole ink bridges stuff. So that made the exploration a lot more cool. Like you don't really see that all that often. So that's like the saving grace for England Pass. But I kind of agree. The story for that part felt very long. It felt like it was taking a while to like, when is the big thing going to happen for this story?
Oh, but as a whole, it's very slow paced to a fault. Even the final arc, which is like really peak, really good, it's still kind of slow.
Yeah. Wasn't too much of a fan of the files over there also, because I was picking up all the files that I could gather, and I bothered to read so that, you know, I'm at least up to date with the story. I think the files were just describing random incidents. Once you get to the next area, then it gets a bit more interesting. So, yeah.
Well, especially in the second arc. I was reading all the files, and it was just a lot of nonsense, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. So, do we give a rating for this arc?
For the arc as a whole, or for like for the arc.
This first
yeah. Wait, can we give it like a baseline? What is 1.3?
1.3 is like a 2. It's like a 2 for me. 1.3. Yeah. It's like a 2.
Okay.
It's
Why is 1.3?
irredeemable.
I didn't even fucking play it, and that's already worrying. That's distressing.
No, dog, because, okay, one half of 1.3 is a really shitty corridor that just name drops the original Arknights, and that's it. And the other half is the Mifu story, which is just a rehash of the 1.1 Tantang story. It's the same fucking thing, but with Mifu.
Okay,
If I
so-
rated
hard.
it with like just the main story of 1.3, meaning like the area itself, I'd also say it's a 2. But like if I include the fact that 1.3 had Mifu, Camille, and CC, I'll probably say like it's a 4.
Oh, I didn't do the Camille story.
Like CC is really CC and I'd say Camille are the hard carry for 1.3. And the problem is that they didn't start with them. They came in the second half.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
halfway then.
absolutely.
It's 1.3 out of 5. How about that?
Okay, I'll take that.
True,
Yeah.
1.3 out of 5. So we're scaling out of 5, that's
We're-
the rating
we're doing
scale?
5?
No.
Okay.
Just trying to
Hey,
do
1.4
the-
is not a 1.4 out of 5 though. 1.4 is
No,
going to be way
no.
Oh,
better.
hell
than-
no.
Oh
Hell
my
no.
god, 1.4
Yeah.
is. We'll do the final rating.
Can we give it
later,
a
but-
3 if we're gonna do 10? A 3 out of 10.
Yeah,
for
it's a
this
3
arc?
out of 10.
For 1.3?
Actually, no,
'Cause-
England was a 4 for me.
Say England's a 5. I'm not going to fail it. I think it was
Okay, hold on. We are rating the first arc of 1.4, right?
just the first map.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a 5.
Oh, I was talking about 1.3 is a 3 out of 10.
Oh.
I'm taking the average of
yeah.
2.
Yeah,
and
you know,
4,
that's a
we
little
said.
generous, but fine. That's a little generous, but fine.
Okay. It's a generous 3. Okay, now we're gonna rate 1.4. Okay, go ahead.
1.4 first
Eng-
arc is like a straight in the middle 5 out of 10. Just completely average.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's good. I don't see a reason to fail it. I don't think it was like disastrously bad.
Yeah, it was not disastrously bad like the
Well,
exclusion
the
zone.
problem is I was bored. That was the issue that I was having is I was just bored.
But you
Well, I
don't.
gave
Do
it
you
a
want to
4.
stop reading? Like I give it like less than 5 if I want to stop reading.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a 5. I'll swap to a 5. I think it was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, you know,
I-
I'm gonna
I
put
couldn't
it on
s- I thought it
screen
was
as
okay.
well. I'm gonna put the
gonna-
ratings on the screen as well.
I'm gonna
Hold
give
on.
it. I'm actually gonna give it a 6 because I listened to it in JP. And
Oh, nice.
Oh, so you weren't subjected to the.
yeah, I was.
so-
I was subjected to good voice acting. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we get to the second one. The second one would be before the bridge collapse, right? So that means the significant
First
scenes
half
were
of the exclusion.
the academy. So it's the academy where Arcane goes to the old school.
I'm gonna
And
let
then
you
Steve
guys talk
academy
because
after.
I have a fucking manifesto on this whole thing.
Are you gonna drop it on us after we're done?
No, it's all in my mind. It's not to put down. It's all in my little brain. But I can see it. I can picture it in front of me. If I focus.
Let's hope you put it. Let's hope you manage to paint it out into words, and maybe you will hear it.
Yes. Okay. So to define the second arc, so we're all on the same page. To define the second arc,
Yeah.
it's when you enter the exclusion zone. So there's the intro. There's the big bold text, north walling exclusion zone. To when the bridge collapses. That's the second arc.
Yeah.
But there's two significant buildings. One is the old school, and then the other one is the old science station.
Yes. Compasses both.
Yeah. I don't have the same opinion that you gave just now because, as in when the whole instructor stuff, I actually thought that was a pretty good setup to shit going down. Like,
Yeah.
when I was at that point of the story, I was like, oh, this is what they're trying to do this time around. Like, I thought that the whole idea, like, this was the first enemy. I was telling my chat about this, that this was the first enemy that I felt that they finally gave background for and like help you to feel something about the enemy as well. Because you don't feel that with the land breakers, right? The land breakers are just raiders. They're just
Yeah.
random people who's out there just trying to steal your money. That's it. Like, they're so fucking boring as an enemy. I hate the land breakers as an enemy. Like, the first enemy for Arknights was fucking Reunion. People who's fighting for their survival, who's fighting for their infection and whatnot. It's like they are basically ostracized and all that kind of thing. But land breakers are like, I don't really give a shit that they're ostracized because they're fucking looters.
Yeah,
Like,
they're like
They
all
could
of-
have not been in this position.
They're basically Diageloid, but human. They have the same
Yeah.
role in the story. They're just a human
Yeah.
Ageloid.
They all think the
Yes.
same way. They're like a hive mind. They're barely human.
Fucking,
Yeah.
I bring this up. I bring this up every time the line breakers are mentioned. There's that fucking side quest in 1.0 where you find out the line breakers stole some medicine, and it was the easiest moral dilemma imaginable, right? Just write that the land breakers also need the medicine for their own people, and
they do,
you
they
can
do.
have this moral dilemma. But then in the fucking side quest, they just destroy the medicine out of spite. Like, what the what? Why would you write that? Why would you write it
exactly.
like that?
Like, land breakers fight for resources, but they also destroy the resources themselves. So what's their point? What is their role as an enemy? So yeah, I don't feel much about land breakers and Angoloid because they're like creatures of the world. Like the beasts of the world are very cool, right? Like the monkey and the tiger. But the thing is, they're not actual enemies that you feel for. They're just like aggressive things like don't disturb wildlife, you know. So when they introduced the Blight Shade, actually before 1.4 drop, I was worried as hell because like they only introduced the Blight Shade as a singular enemy. So I was like, holy shit, that means this patch is only going to have one new guy. But actually, the Blight Shades turned out to be, well, at first it looks like a reskin of all the old enemies. Because they reskin like the beasts and soldiers and whatnot. But then when you fight them more, you realize they have completely different movesets. Like they're an aggressive version of the old enemy. So they basically release like, actually if you look at the database, I think there's like 7 or 8 new enemies in this patch alone. And they all do different things. So that just suddenly felt like an AK event where, you know, like when you have an AK side story and they drop like 8 new sprites of different enemies. And it's like, oh shit, you have to fight all these new guys. And you have to learn what they do and how to deal with them. And once the story actually managed to explain that, you know, the Blight Shades are like, well, there's 2 ways to see it. You either see it as an information fragment, like what Endmin and Arcane put, or you could also think of them like, well, they're just souls. They're like souls that just got trapped.
Yeah,
I like
that they left it vague. I like that they left it vague.
I like that they left it vague too.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it makes you question.
Vague posting was the correct option here.
Yeah.
What I really liked is that Arcane was contradicting herself at times because she said they're just like, you know, fragments of information.
Yes.
But then that turned out to not be the case completely. So it's just like, oh shit, so what is it? And it's like, oh, we don't know. Yeah. That's the mysterious part. I'm like, that's so fucking cool.
My chat was arguing with me about this because they followed the literal messaging that was given by Endmin and Arcane that because they literally just say, hey, these are just informations, fragments, you know, they're just like the last message that these guys had before they died. But then when you listen to the way that the enemies are, and the fact that the enemy says things like, thank you, you know, I'm sorry, when you actually kill them, that just made this double thing. And I'm like, you can say that the information fragments, but that feels weird that that's the last thing that they say.
No, I think that was the point, too. I think that was you were supposed to doubt the information that was given to you. I believe that was the purpose of it.
So I actually argued with my chat that I don't see them as that. I actually see them as trapped souls. And when you think that they're trapped souls, it suddenly makes the whole story very emotional. Because it's like, that's kind of fucked up. Because if you think about... So England Pass was really dull when you just play it on its own. But once you get to the exclusion zone and you start to, you know, they start to explain what Black Shades are, then you start to double think, and you're like, oh fuck, all these dead soldiers were literally fighting dead versions of their friends. And that's kind of fucked up. Because it's like, you imagine that they all have the moral dilemma of, oh fuck, I have to do this. You know, I don't want to fight you, but I have to. And then they probably just died altogether. And now it's an army of zombies, basically. So, I really like that.
Yeah, that's definitely the best... enemy faction, quote unquote, let's call it enemy faction. They have introduced so far, like by far, it's the best one.
I mean, I have the hot take that because I've read several AK stories as well, this is the best way that they've written about an enemy in my memory, as even compared to some stories in AK. Because most of the time in AK, when they try to depict the enemy, the only enemy they're depicting is the boss. Because like the boss is, you know, part of the story. But like, this is the one time where the whole faction is part of the story. Like, I mean, the other time they did that was, you know, Dublin Army and Reunion. But yeah, I was so happy with what they did with the Black Shade. And I loved it. So I really started getting emotional at the instructor part because I was just thinking, well, I wasn't emotional at the instructor. I was just emotional at the whole faction in general because it's like, wow, you are trying to save these people out of their misery. You're trying to kill them when you don't really want to, but you gotta save these souls.
I
That
also felt
cutscene
like
with Arcane,
R2
like losing control, definitely adds to it. If you remember that cutscene.
Yeah, that was very
it
cool.
was a good one. I think Arc 2 really sets up like somebody was talking about it too in the comments or in the chat. Arcane's survivor guilt. Because like it was for a really good payoff in the last arc of this patch, but that's why I think that like it was a good midway through point.
Now looking back, Arc 2 was all set up for the pick in Arc 3.
It was.
Playing it though, the playing experience. The playing experience of Arc 2, I wanted to fucking put a shotgun in my mouth playing Arc 2. Oh my god.
Not that bad,
oh my
dude.
god, I hated it. I wanted to fucking uninstall the game. So, my main issue with Arc 2 is that it forgets that it's a video game for the entire duration of it. Because you walk 2 steps, there's a cutscene, then they're like, okay, talk to this guy, now talk to this guy, now talk to this guy. And they kind of all say the same thing, and they're kind of not all needed to be there. Like, why the fuck is Tantang here, for example? And it continues for its entire length.
I want to agree with you that they showed like the other characters of Wuling for a moment. So they did like Mifu, Tapan, and then random Tang Tang, and I was like, oh, I guess maybe they'll be part of the story. Then
no,
you
she's
realize
not.
they don't really appear till the end.
She's not.
And it's like, what? You just did a cameo for the sake of a cameo. I'd rather you not cameo then. Because why do you just show them for?
So, you do nothing in the gameplay. The gameplay of Arc 2 is miserable because you don't do anything. All the cool stuff happens in the cutscenes. So, the fight with the instructor that Arcane and Shen have, the cutscene where Arcane loses control, it all happens in cutscenes. In the gameplay, all you do in this fucking arc is walk 2 steps to the next cutscene. That's all you do. Beside the stealth part at the end. There's the stealth part at the end with the purple things. That was cool. Beside that, that's all you do. You walk and talk for an hour and a half, basically.
I remember which section that explains your part, by the way. There's the part where once you place the tower in, instead of progressing with the story, you're forced to talk to every character. So you're forced to talk to Tapan, you're supposed to talk to Mifu, then you're forced to talk to like Chen and Tang Tang, and then Arcane. Like you need to get everyone.
That killed the momentum that the zone had going in, because if you remember, there's the whole hype entrance to the zone. You have the scenery shot, you have the bold text to introduce it, and that gives a lot of momentum to the area. But then they immediately take it out back and shoot it by having you sit down and talk to each NPC individually.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy that. I would say no. I'm not sure if you guys like play the game in this manner, because I imagine SUPAH doesn't, because he wants to get it done and over. But like every time after that we're done with like the forced conversations, I would go back to speak to the same guy again just to see what lines they might give. So there's a very fun interaction in England Pass. I'm going back there for a bit, where when Si just stands to deal with the Bellpire Tower, if you talk to her, she keeps telling you to go away. If you do that 4 times, the ability to talk to her gets disabled.
That's kind of cool.
So like she gets more and more irritated.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. No, and one of the things that I think Endfield does so well is their Easter eggs, because I'm not sure if you guys are aware. This is going even further back to 1.2, where if you finish the quest with Tianshi Simo and Summit. So it's the one where the Tianshi mistakes Summit for a girl when it's a guy. There is actually a scene back in the city where you actually see them both having a tea or dinner together. If you actually go to the restaurant, you actually see the 2 of them sitting together after the quest is finished. So
There's
they've
a lot
done a
of
lot of
attention
this,
to detail. It's just the attention to detail that's in every part of this game.
It is, but I think that's kind of what they do with this kind of like, you know, talk to every NPC, that they're like additional stories. And I sort of wish that they didn't force it on the player, and instead like they just reward the players who care, because I can see this not being something that everyone cares about in that moment. Like I'm okay to read it,
especially
like,
especially at the start of Arc 2, it completely kills the momentum to put that there, right? Imagine you could have an alternate reality where you enter the exclusion zone, there's the hype intro, and then it just lets you explore the area for a little bit. It carries that momentum with like a scenery shot or some dialogue while you walk. Then you find an HQ, and then you talk to every NPC.
Yeah.
I think I was just so astonished by the fact that they introduced a new factory element with gas, and then they just let you continue the story. Like you barely interacted with it.
I guess.
So in a way, that was kind of a plus for me, because I was thinking back to 1.2 and how everyone was complaining about the pacing, how you were forced to do the
now
factory.
left factory at the end all the time.
Yeah, now factory, they just made you like collect a little bit of gas for that one first initial wall or whatever, and that was it.
Yeah. I thought it was fine that they did feel very weird that the gas suddenly got introduced midway in the story. Like it kind of made the pace a bit weird when they did it, because I don't think, did you have to interact with the gas? No, right? Because they ended up giving you. Oh no, they gave you canisters.
You did the second. Yeah, you had to pick up some gas and then make the little device.
To make the scanner thing.
But it was super quick, and that was it. You never had to do it again until the end.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, that's the best way to handle it, like by far the best way to handle it, because to stop to make the factory stuff, like in the 1.0 Valley 4 story, that completely murders the pacing.
Exactly. So I was astonished by that. I was like, okay, so either they're taking back feedback about, you know, not making the factory a massive part of the story and stopping everything in your tracks, and then actually incorporating it into the story, but it's very minimal, so you can keep going.
I think it should always be that way. From here on, so too. Like, story should just be its own thing, because they need to understand there are people, like a lot of people when they play this game, I feel like most people are only in it for one thing. Like people are either only in it for the factory, or only in it for the story, or only in it for the combat. Whichever that it is, it needs to be its own section. It cannot be like hyper blended to the point that
I agree.
It doesn't feel like they get 100%.
Yeah.
So I'm glad if that. Wait, I do want to point out, this is like a combination of like, I think all three arcs, the puzzles and the like. Even though SUPAH, you said that the gameplay stuff where you know you go cutscene to cutscene, that wasn't pleasant. But like the whole navigation of the world, where now you don't do the fucking robot tile puzzle, where you piece those like Tetris tiles. They went full out for this one. Like they did the whole purple scanning, then there's the whole balloon puzzle. And
I like balloon puzzles. Yeah.
They decided to add the second collectible, and then also the chests and the collectibles are harder this time than the other maps.
Yeah, just the exploration. They improved the exploration a lot.
Yeah, and just the number of things that you get to. I think there's one more puzzle type that I'm forgetting. There's like literally 3 or 4 new puzzle types in the
there's the spot the difference puzzle as well.
Oh yes. Oh, I thought that was fine. It felt childish at first, but then actually when you play on, you're like, it's actually not that bad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool puzzle.
Yeah. So like, I was so happy that they did that, because it made the whole, like, even if the story got lowered, I felt like the exploration was holding it up to make you still.
Yeah, and about the story getting lower, I want to talk about my second main issue with the second arc, which is when you make a group of characters that are going to be your main group for a narrative arc, ideally you want each one to serve a distinct, specific purpose in the group, so they can interact with each other, there's entertaining interactions, and when they talk, it doesn't start to drag. Let's look at this arc here. Who's the main team? Who's the gang, except for Enmin? There's Chen, there's Perlica, there's Arcane, and there's Fangi. Perlica, Arcane, and Fang Yi serve the same role in the group dynamic. All three of them are the mission-oriented character. Given they have different personalities, they have very different personalities, but in the group dynamic, they are the mission-oriented character. And Arcane gets her stuff with her arc, so there's a lot of focus on Arcane, but Fang Yi is kind of a chat GPT, and especially Perlica is like, what does she even do? Why is Perlica here?
I barely saw her do anything.
Why the fuck is Perlica here?
Wait, Supah, can I just say, you called Arcane Chat GPT 1.2 and you have passed the Chat GPT baited into Fang Yi 1.4.
Yeah, because she just kind of talks very flatly about the mission. That's all she really does, except for some specific scenes where she reminisces about the past. But especially, like, the scenes where they interact with each other. Since 75% of the fucking group serves the same role in the group dynamic, when they talk to each other, and it's pretty often they talk to each other, it's so fucking boring, because you have Perlica, who's very serious, very mission-oriented, I gotta protect the admin, who's talking to Fang Yi GPT, which is, yeah, we gotta handle the mission, we gotta do this. And there's no sauce in these dialogues. It's just Perlica being like, we gotta do this, and Fang Yi being like, yes, Perlica, we gotta do this. And then Arcane comes in, and she's like, yup, guys, we're gonna do this. And that's the scene. End the scene.
You're not wrong. Yeah, that's how it plays out in a lot of the before exploration begins sections.
I feel like Perlica is always going to be a given, because it's going to be more weird if she's not with the admin.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
But unfortunately, because of her always sticking with the admin, she's going to have a lot of moments where it's like, what do you even do? Right? But the opposite is going to be even weirder. If she's not there, it's even weirder. Yeah. Go ahead.
I can't wait for a story where I don't see Perlica or admin.
We need a story.
Yes.
We need a story without the admin. We need a story without the admin so fucking bad.
Yeah, I want that too. I've been asking for that ever since like 1.0 started. I'm like, please give me a story with no admin. Just one. It won't hurt. Like, a lot of people say no admin is to be there. I need my self-insert. Like, fuck these guys. No, you don't need your self-insert. Like, you don't need it all the time. That you can tell beautiful stories without locking yourself into the story. So I can't wait for that. But I'm not sure how they're gonna do it.
Which, by the way, the admin is not even that much of a self-insert anymore. Like, they gave the admin a lot of actual character.
They've been working on it. Yeah,
yes, for this arc.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole 1.4, admin is forever talking now. And it's good. I have Spot in my ears. By the way, the admin ENVA is Spot from Arknights.
Oh, did not know that.
Oh, I used the male admin. I forgot who's the female VA, but yeah. So that's good on the exploration part. But I agree with you on the whole story of Perlica and Fang Yi. Like, they don't really add much. But the whole focus is definitely on Chen and Arcane, though. It was a fun dynamic to look at.
Yeah, that's the focus, right? Since they're the focus, I wish there weren't so many fucking scenes with Perlica and Fang Yi.
The only scene I remember of Perlica was when Admin did the chat jump into the freaking rift, and Perlica just nodded. Like,
no, there's a few others. So there's many others with Perlica. But yeah, that was a good scene. That was a very good scene.
That one was a good one. Yeah,
that was cool.
Oh no,
dialogue.
I just told my chat. Oh, this is Perlica sending her boss to find another wife. Yes, because he's going to pick up Arcane. But okay, in that moment, well, that's just the entirety of Arc 2, I suppose, before the bridge collapse. Is there something that we're missing?
I didn't like how redundant a lot of it felt, because, again, I get the point is that we're reminiscing, I get the point is that we're thinking over what happened 10 years ago, I get the point is coming to terms with the trauma of the very big rift incident, But if every 2 steps you put me in a one-on-one with either Arcane or Fang Yi that are reminiscing about some fuck for 10 years ago, I'm going to get on the news. I'm going to end up on the fucking news. Especially the instructor part, right? It's really good on paper. I really like what they did with the instructor. I feel like you could have cut half of it, at least.
Well, I don't have a strong opinion to that. Like, I don't know if I would think about cutting it.
Could you cut half and it still be coherent?
Yeah,
No, I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
sure.
No, because there's a lot of scenes where you just see the guy in your peripheral view and he just walks away. This happens like 3 times.
I think the part that annoys me about instructor, so you're saying that you want it shorter, and I actually wish that the instructor was a little bit more fleshed. Because after reading all the files, I was like,
that's true though. That's true though. It
I
both
don't get to
feels
see enough of like their past interaction together
that's
for me
true
to feel
though.
really emotional about him.
Right? If you're gonna make me spend so much fucking time in this school reminiscing about the instructor, at least flesh out the instructor more.
Yeah. Because the instructor is basically like the adopted parent for both Arcane and, well, not Chen, I would assume, but like in a sense, he was like a father
Definitely
for
not
them.
Chen.
I mean,
So
maybe the problem
it's-
is that they saved his talking right at the end. Like he finally talked right at the
He
end.
didn't
So it's
talk.
really hard to build a character.
Oh yeah,
That doesn't talk at
because the
all.
Blight Shades don't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blight Shades only talk at the end. Which I don't know if that was the limiting factor that made it the reason why like he couldn't be fully fleshed out. But I felt like he could have been fleshed out with, you know, chances of flashbacks.
Also,
from
we
Chen's
go back
mention
to,
or Arcane's mention.
We go back to the gameplay thing, where the cool shit only happens in cutscenes. So, like, us as the players, we get to fight the little piece of shit Blitz Tiger. In the cutscene, they have the dope ass fight with the instructor. I didn't like that.
Wait, I have people arguing in my chat that the instructor gets more fleshed out in the files. And I've read all the files. I don't really agree. Because I feel like, yes, you understand how the instructor treats the people, like as in the children at that point in time. And you then understand things like, oh, this academy isn't just a school. This academy is basically an orphanage. Which is a pretty emotional thing for you to discover as you play on. That it's like, oh, these are all kids that survive from the disaster. They get into the academy. Well, they need something to do. This is their school. This is where they learn. And it's like, okay, you get that. But it's kind of like, these are the kind of files that I wish that you show it off in not just words. Because it's going to help people to feel better about that scene.
That reminds me of something that people have been saying to me when I'm like, you know, the Endfield story is just kind of sauceless. And the people tell me, dude, it's because you didn't read every file. You have to read the files. No, motherfucker, why is the cool stuff hidden in the files? Why is this not in the main story?
In fact, if you guys keep saying on the files, I think the files should be more reserved to like the real deeper lore and stuff, you know, rather than
100% agree.
like
100%
Yeah, no,
agree.
but the
apparently for me
source
to know about the
shouldn't be in
background
the
of
fucking
someone.
files.
it's in a file. And the problem with the file is that most casual players will skip the file. Because most casual players are fucking running through the world, just playing through all the cutscenes. They're not picking this shit up. You're gonna say it's their fault for not picking this shit up. It's not their fucking fault. It's just how they play. And like, that's probably 80% of the player base. So to me, it's gonna be much better if you help to depict that. Like, I wanted to feel more emotional about the instructor, and I just couldn't. You know, but I genuinely wanted to. So yeah. Do y'all have other stuff that you want to mention about this arc, Isaac and Isaac?
I mean, I'm good to rate it.
Like, how would you make it better?
Who's you, me?
think-
Who's you?
Exactly. Both of you.
Okay, you
For
go
me-
We
first.
could work together on this.
I feel like this is something that Endfield has been doing since 1.0 till... no, actually, I would say they've been doing this since 1.2. And I'm not complaining. I think it's good. But you can clearly see that it's a very portfolio, let me show the world what we can do as a game. Where, if you notice, they've been doing very elaborate action cutscenes. So they did it with like the Mifu fight, they did it with the Wuling City fight. And literally, people haven't even finished the story. They will clip that cutscene out and they'll post it on the official channel. Which I find that hilarious because it's like, well, I haven't played the story, but that's the climax of the story for a lot of them. That, like, you see that fight scene. So it's good that they have that budget to do that emotion. That's not emotional, that's just action.
All right, you brought up a great point. It's something I was going to mention for the entire patch, though. The cinematography is so on point.
Oh, it's way better. It's way better.
It is great.
Cinematography is
it's so much better than 1.0.
Incomparable. Oh, yeah.
It's improving every patch.
And then the music choice was also just chef's kiss.
Yeah, when it comes to
presentation,
music, cinematography, the animations, there's very rarely reused animation in the entire patch. It's all like unique animations all the way through. So that's really, really good.
Music glazing is going to come out with the boss fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, they were going to get there. But they've been improving on that, and they did a lot of the action. But in terms of like how I would say that they should improve, they did it in the story, by the way, where like the cutscenes that they did, it's not all action. Like when you enter the academy, you have Arkane reminiscing about the people who used to be there. So you see like the flashback of like the ghostly looking people in the academy and whatnot. And then afterwards you also like get a bit of depiction of like how they spend their time. But I kind of wish they did that a bit more, like for instance, this isn't mentioned in any file. In fact, it's like, is there something that the instructor really specially did that makes Arkane feel about him, or think of him? There was one scene that made me very weird out, and actually, in fact, if any of you want to correct me, you can, whether in chat or in this call, but there was the scene where Arkane and Chen were speaking, and then somehow Chen was saying that Arkane was his favorite student. And then Arkane argued that she's not, and it was always Chen. Then that scene really confused me, because I'm like, then that kind of lowers the emotional aspect of, Arkane fighting the instructor. And shouldn't Chen then be more emotional about the instructor if they describe it that way? You know what I mean?
The whole writing was really weird, honestly.
That scene actually like lost me a little bit, because like I would imagine that if you want the people to, it sounds cliche to do this, but it is effective nonetheless, which is if Arkane was genuinely his favorite student, that would make it so easy for that to happen. Oh, by the way, this might be revealed in a side story, so it's my fault because I have not reached that side story. But even so, I don't think it should have been that confusing in the main story, because I think that makes people feel like, okay, so do I cry for this instructor or do I not? Like, what should I do in this moment? And I just wish that, like, if the relationship between the two of them is really both a teacher and a foster father, it's like, can I see that interaction of how he was as a father-daughter relation in the game? That's kind of what I asked for.
Yeah.
I do see that, but I do also wonder, because SUPAH wants fewer cutscenes, so now you have to incorporate flashbacks without it having a cutscene every 2 seconds.
SUPAH wants fewer cutscenes though. I think SUPAH is specifically saying less like
pauses?
interruptive scenes.
I want more gameplay. That's what I want. Not less cutscenes. I want more gameplay.
So how do you like incorporate flashbacks and stuff? Okay, sorry. Yeah, go.
Here's my fixes for Arc 2, right? First of all, let's address the group dynamic. Perlica, Arkane, Fang Yi is a fucking nightmare blunt rotation. Never again. Get out Perlica, say that she's at the fucking gates, keeping them safe. Get out Fang Yi, say that her fucking phone broke, or something. And get in Li Fang, actually. Put in Li Fang into the team, because he has a unique personality. He can bounce off of Arkane, because he's also a kid from the disaster.
Yeah.
And he also can bounce off of Chen, because they're both kind of cheery characters. So get Li Fang in. And then, a lot more gameplay sections. Remove the Blitz Tiger fight, and replace it with the instructor fight. Have it be a gameplay boss fight that then transitions into the cutscene that we know. Then how we incorporated the flashbacks, there is so much space, because they waste so much time in the game, just repeating the same information, that, oh, this was kind of an orphanage, you know, Arcane was really close to the instructor. They kind of repeat it a lot in different ways. So, for example, you enter in, she explains what the school is, that she was here, you walk forward a little bit, you explore, you do some combat that doesn't last 30 seconds, and then they see the instructor thing, and they have to explain, oh, okay, that's the instructor, and Chen hints at the fact that maybe it was more like an orphanage. You continue, there's more explanation, there's more fighting. Then the third scene, where is the instructor that leads them to more Blight Shades to free their soul, there you can have the flashbacks a little bit. Then you continue and there's the actual instructor fight. Completely replacing the Blitz.
Like, wrote the script. SUPAH has wrote his desired script for the entire arc.
It disappointed me so fucking much that I just have a script in my brain now of what would have been better. In my opinion.
I'm not against you. I think even my chat is agreeing. I'm not against you saying that Li Feng should have been in the story. I actually thought that was such a waste of opportunity. Like, yeah. I don't like how they side character Li Feng so much in this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like he's been side character every
Why
patch.
is Li Feng constantly on the cuck chair? They have my boy constantly on the fucking cuck chair, watching the events from off screen. He gets like one scene.
Lost his parents, he's lost everything, he's lost an arm, you know, and like he's treated as this like it that cannot help with anything.
He's like the least wanted Gacha really character. People always get mad when they get Li Feng. Like, I didn't even realize he had a side story at the end. It took me a while to realize, oh yeah, Li Feng has this whole extra thing. We gotta start the quest.
I haven't played it yet, but I heard that the opinions for that is a bit mixed. Because like some people were happy that he got it, and then some people are like, it didn't feel like it really made you feel bigger.
Actually, you know what?
Which is why SUPAH's,
in my fucking
a lot more sense.
In my fucking alternate timeline script, to incorporate the flashbacks, you could have Li Feng and Arcane talk about it. Like, Li Feng is fucking sad about his parents, and I don't know, Arcane could open up about the instructor and how he was kind of a father for her, and that can have the flashback as an interaction with Li Feng.
Yeah. But I'm gonna hope that they do something with him before Wuling ends, because I think, well, the boy deserves a wrap-up of some sort. If not, it's gonna be like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's the point of making him a gacha character and making him so miserable? You know, so that's that for him. I just want to address one quick thing, because my chat was saying how the game explains with the Arcane and Chen relationship at the bridge, where the reason, the whole thing about the favorite student stuff, it's like the instructor liked Chen so much that, you know, the instructor rather that Chen leaves and do her own endeavor because she's not meant to be a soldier. I get that. That was a nice interaction. But you guys are a bit missing the point. I'm saying that the story doesn't do me a favor to feel any pain from Arcane or Chen about their loss of an instructor. That has nothing to do with the explanation of, you know, oh, the instructor treats Arcane this way because Arcane is like a pretty good student and whatnot, and passes with flying colors, whereas Chen is like, she's out here, she's pure, she's saving people. Like, I get that, but I think that's separate from what I'm saying. So, yeah. Rating, I guess, of the arc?
Oh, for me, it's like a 2.
Wait, but I
for me,
about improvements.
I fucking hated
Another 2?
it. I fucking hated it. I wanted one install.
I'd give it a 7.
No, I'm gonna be outside of this. I'm gonna let you three come up with a rating.
I actually started getting a little bit tired of the stealth portion with getting rid of the purple squares.
Oh yeah, that one is just waiting. Yeah, right. You just have to wait.
It was a lot though.
Yeah,
I don't disagree. It's fun, but it's also a lot.
It was a lot. That'll knock it down. But I gave the first one a 6.
But I'm gonna give it, okay, I'm gonna go a bit high end. I'm gonna say 8. I might give 7, but I'm gonna be willing to give it high end, and I'm actually gonna say it's 8.
I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I think it's 7 for me.
Ooh. We can average to a 7.
All right,
with that.
Isaac, what's your rating,
We
Isaac?
averaged to 7 with
I
SUPAH.
said 7, dude. I opened up and said 7
Oh, okay,
immediately.
so let's say average 7.5.
Yeah.
I fucking
Hey, you're
hated
excluding
it. though.
yourself. How could you?
I fucking hated it. I don't count. You know, it's like that fucking meme. The average person eats 10 spiders every night. It's like, no, cave Spider-Man who eats 10,000 spiders should not have been counted.
SUPAH, are you gonna make a review video?
No, I'm gonna just have this stream.
Wait, Super, what's worse than a 2 then in this game?
Yeah, wait.
I'm
Actually, that's
curious.
true. If you rate it
What's
as a 2,
worse
what's
than a
that?
2
Is it
in this
1.0?
game? It's, let me think. It's probably, if I had to really funk and put my brain cells together.
Wait, I'm not gonna limit you. You could even name an AK story or a different game story or an anime story. It's up to you.
I'm thinking about
okay.
it. I think, yeah, the middle section of Valley 4, I think, that counts as a 1 out of 10. Like the whole Originium Park section of Valley 4. Because fuck all happens. It's annoying in gameplay as well. It's really boring in the gameplay as well. I didn't like the map. The map is kind of boring, the Originium Park. And the outpost is also kind of boring. So I think to me that's a 1 out of 10. The fucking Originium Park. It's just something you want to get over with as fast as possible. It's annoying. The map is ugly. The gameplay sucks.
Wait, what about Quarry? I'm just curious.
Oh fuck, yeah, Quarry is the 1 out of 10. You're right. Quarry
Okay, yes, all right.
Yeah,
We
is
agree on
also
that.
1 out of 10.
That actually gave me a headache. going through that.
Quarry is the worst part of the game. Like, by far. Quarry is by far the worst part of the game. It's not even close.
Query is worse than Sword Vault or test area. I actually think Query is better than either of those two.
Ooh.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
It's,
Wait,
it's
I'm
just
not
the
surprised.
color of the quarry. You're just staring at that same
I
color the
don't,
entire
yeah, I agree.
time.
It is pretty stale. No, okay. Now those two areas have better maps. I'm gonna grant that. Like test area is prettier than Query. Like Query is a fucking stone field. But like in terms of like I thought the experience of navigating Query, like the whole idea that you just are on a giant crane a lot of the time, and then I thought the story was okay. Like it wasn't terrible. It was just just these people simping for a fucking crane. But like I couldn't stand test area story. Cause like why the hell am I saving blobs? Like that didn't really vibe with me.
I can see why it's even worse because it's after 1.2. Like it's a disappointment as well.
I don't know. Okay, so I really value the gameplay, right? And the Quarry gameplay is just worse. It's a vertical travel in a game that's really not made for it.
Oh wait, when I say test area is like worse than Query, I'm not putting it like there's a whole gap between them. It's not like it's that far. Like those 3 stories are the 3 stories that really frustrate me in this game.
For sure.
Yeah, it's probably just slightly better when I say Query is better. So okay, but that's his 1 out of 10. You've heard it.
Yeah, the Quarry. There you go. Either the Quarry or the Originium Park in Valley 4.
Wait,
Test
Isaac,
area is
are you the
optional.
same?
Query is not. Query is optional as well, guys.
Yeah, the Quarry is optional at least. At the very
can
least, it's
skip Query.
optional.
Actually, I think the Originium Science Park is way worse. Oh my
Really?
god, do I
Oh
hate
wait,
Really?
Origin Science Park is worse than Query.
I
Holy!
hated that part so
But you
fucking
hated the
much.
whole Yvonne and
I have not popular opinions about Yvonne. I like the character, but I have not popular opinions about her. So just gonna keep those to myself.
Okay.
All right, fair.
But yeah. I guess we've heard our ratings for this one. Are we getting into the point where only good things are said?
Yeah, we're about to hit arc 3.
Yeah, am I gonna be able to think of one bad thing, one criticism? All right.
Yes.
Can
okay,
we try
shall
to
we?
think of any criticism?
Yeah,
Like, we try.
my criticism of the final arc is that it's still really slow. Like, it's still very slowly paced. That's my
Really?
criticism.
I just don't agree.
I disagree with
It
that.
was just
It's kinda slow.
It was-
It's kind of slow.
No.
almost too
Hate
fast.
horrifically.
Almost
No, I
too
thought it was
fast
different.
sometimes. Leading up to the boss, it was like, oh, okay, we're already doing this. Okay, let's go.
Why do you think it was slow? Let's
I'll give you that.
Still, because you have to talk to a bunch of people before you go in, right? It makes you talk to like every NPC one-on-one. It's not that bad, because they have like valuable information, and it's the prelude to the big boss fight, the calm before the storm. But still a little slow, just like a little slow.
There's no fighting though. Like the part that made me enjoy the bridge collapse part is that it was the least interruptive part of the story.
Absolutely.
Because the only time you fight was when Arkane was injured, and then literally your whole entire playtime is just to read a story. And I was just very happy that was how it was written.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also they incorporate the gameplay into the story. When you fight with Arkane, they incorporate the gameplay really well. And when you walk, the walk animation when Arkane is super injured, when she's limping, leaning against the wall, that was super cool. That was super cool. Again, I go back to this entire patch is just a unique animation, so there's very rarely a reused animation.
Yeah, it was like a very unique walk cycle they made just for her. Like, that's not in the game. It was crazy cool.
It was a beautiful shot when she was walking, and then something happens, and then it goes back to her walking, and she's like leaning against the wall, and it has her, it's facing towards her face, and then like the dudes are walking behind her, the shades are walking behind. I thought that was a beautiful shot.
I'm an easily emotional person, so like
Same.
When that happened, I was already like in a mini tear. I cried, by the way. I fucking broke.
So did I. I broke down in tears, dude.
I uploaded my gameplay of it, and like I cried for a full 10 minutes through this story.
Oh damn.
Like I couldn't. And like I cried again. I discussed about the story, and I cried again after the discussion because I thought it was so. I mean, we're gonna get to why in a bit, but I thought like the build up of the, the Black Sheets following was already like, oh fuck, we're finally getting something hard hitting.
I really liked the final arc because finally, in this final arc, they go all in on like the character of Arkane. They stop being like, oh, it's the very large rift, we need to do this, and they focus almost entirely just on Arkane's character and what's going on with Arkane. I'm like a complete sucker for character stories and the character arcs and character-focused stories. So that was really good. That's the main part that I really liked about the final arc, is that they really zero in.
I have a special question for you.
Yeah.
I have a special question for you because like I don't think I asked you this personally, but I remember actually watching your review of 1.2, and I was just saying to my chat, damn, you were kind of crazy on hating on Arkane. Now I gotta ask you, do you still hate Arkane?
No, she's really good now. She's really, really good. She's a really good character now.
So wait, before the bridge collapse, do you still harbor that?
Oh, before the bridge collapse, I could not fucking stand her. I could not fucking stand Arkane before the bridge collapse. Because again, we go back to the group dynamic issue that Arc 2 has. Arkane in Arc 2, beside the instructor stuff, it's just a Pearly K2, basically, for the entire second arc. And Fang Yi is just a Pearly K3 for the entire second arc.
Wait, you're streaming right now, right?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Hey, Supah's chat, you gotta demand Supah to get an apology video for Arkane.
Yeah, I have to apologize to Arkane. I have to apologize.
I thought he was for fucking dumping on Arkane's personality, and I'm like,
dog,
bro, this personality is a whole setup, bro.
Dog,
like it's gonna drop into a deep story.
Do we want to talk about 1.2, right? When you are just in Wuling, and a random ass NPC comes at you in the middle of the fucking street, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Arkane got out of the Calm dimension. She's in the hospital now. Just out of nowhere, off screen, she got saved.
I didn't like that, but that was like
it's not great, but I'm like, but no, but your complaint was more on like the personality that she has. And
Oh
I
yeah,
was
she
like,
was completely flat.
there's anything wrong.
I still agree to that. Like, I still agree with that. In 1.2, Arcane talks like a fucking chatbot. I don't like her in 1.2. And as a matter of fact,
She really wasn't that great.
No,
She really wasn't.
Kukikaze, as a matter of fact, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
like Kirigiri either. I don't like Kirigiri either.
Who the hell? Oh, Kyoko?
Yeah, Kyoko.
I'm not a Kyoko fan, so I'm not gonna be against you.
Yeah, no, just this whole kudere character type, right? The whole kudere character type, like fucking Texas in the original Arknights. I don't like this type of character. I really don't like them. I find them super boring.
Well, okay, well, let's just come back into this then. So, you didn't like Arcane. So what changed?
What changed is that you actually get to see a little bit inside her mind. You get to see what's going on with her. You get to see a little more of what she actually feels and why she acts a certain way. In 1.2, there was one good scene with Arcane in 1.2. Which is the scene where she's talking to the admin, and she's like, I'm gonna throw my life away for you. And the admin is like, no, please don't do that. And Arcane is like, is that an order? That is a very cool scene in 1.2, because it shows her character in a very unique way. In 1.4, we get to see so much more of her and what's going on inside her brain. And she actually has some emotion. I wanted to shout out the fucking English voice actress for Arcane. Immaculate performance
She's great.
from her.
She's really good.
So fucking good in 1.4. Yeah, that's what changed. She shows a little bit of emotion. You get to see what's going on inside her head. You get more insight in why she feels certain things. In 1.2, she's just a robot, basically.
I don't know if this VA has a big portfolio. I hope I get to interact with her more. But like, I've basically discovered that she kind of has like a VTubing thing going on, but she wasn't that known prior to this. And I thought she just did a pretty amazing job. Like,
she was
with
streaming
the whole way that 1.4 did.
the story.
Yeah, she streamed her gameplay of 1.4, and I think, well, I guess more people know her now. Hopefully she takes that sensation and becomes someone bigger.
She voiced Vigna.
Yes, she did. Yeah, so
Oh,
I think it's in, like, she doesn't have a lot of roles prior to this,
Not a
even
ton,
like in
no.
other games. So this is kind of like the big break in a sense, and like,
Yeah,
I'm
she
just
fucking
so
aced
glad.
it. She fucking aced it. She's so fucking good in 1.4.
Yeah, and I really hope that she takes this, and becomes someone big. Kind of like how Nami is like a sensation for Arknights. I think her name is Seiso, in as a VA. That's like her online handle, and I just hope that she will do well. But yeah, fantastic job. Wait, I do also want to put forth that, like, I think it's both Chen and Arcane, to be honest. And I think Enmin as well. I mean, those three are the big carries.
Yes, mainly because the others are barely characters in this fucking patch. What did Perdika even do?
Yeah, agree. But yeah, I think the whole setup, once you start exploring, oh my god, the fucking depiction. So the part that really started to break me, because I was still joking before anything serious happened. And literally after that, I was literally like, humor turned off, comedy turned off. I'm in this story now. Because I think the moment when I saw that they decided to depict the saving of the young Arcane, where all the adults were literally going out of their way, or like getting themselves killed in order to save her, I was breaking already.
That was brutal.
Oh, passing of the torch thing? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I think? When I was playing the second arc, and it was the whole Arcane thing going on, I was like, are we recycling the fucking selfless girl with a suicidal survivor complex again from fucking Fang Yi? But then, in the third arc, they go a completely different direction with it. They go a whole other direction. And I like that a lot.
I might be a bit dumb. What's this direction? I'm trying to understand that.
where the direction is, as Eisen said, the passing the torch. It's these people gave their life for you. These people gave their life to let you live. So you must live to carry their torch.
Right. Whereas in the case of like fungi, it's like, well, they just poofed.
Yeah, in the case of fungi, it's like, no, don't kill yourself. Your boobs are so big.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, those depictions were crazy to kind of see, and like those, I think those depictions were the part that made me when, you know, if Arknights was going to pursue a whole 3D medium of a storytelling, that's what you should be doing. You know, you need these kind of detailed scenes because that's why you're doing it, right? You don't really have the ability to do this in a visual novel where it's like, how many CGs are you going to draw for the sake of telling the story of like devastation? Whereas in this case, they kept it pretty simple. Just use, you know, the NPC character models and lay them all out in order to show it. I think the part that also hit was the fact that you see the regular life of the people at first. So the black sheets at first, and then literally it was just a snap. Everyone was gone. And that part also hit quite a bit. I have a complaint now that I remember this. There are actually notes in that area. So the good thing here is that you can interact with Arcane post-story to go back to that area. So you're not completely locked out. If you didn't discover these files, you can do so. But the complaint I have is that the files they decided to put in that area are a little bit ridiculous because they camouflage like shit. So there's an envelope, there's like a letter, and they literally decided that those things are gonna be the same color as the fucking floor.
Oh, you mean like physically camouflage? Okay.
Yes. So you really have a hard time finding where they are.
I don't think I read a single one, now that I think about it.
Oh, I didn't have the time.
So none of you saw it? None of you saw the birthday card?
No.
There was a literal birthday card of the parents wishing for her to grow up well and stuff.
Oh,
and the message, I don't remember the message. I don't remember the full sentence. Sorry?
I might have seen the birthday card one, yeah.
So there's 4 files in the area. And like, bro, I was devastated to see those files. I was like, if chat didn't tell me those files exist, I wouldn't have known. And the thing is, those 4 files are probably the biggest fucking files that you want to pick up in this story. So I was so pissed that they were the most camouflage files as well. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, go pick up that birthday card.
Yeah, no, I said, I started and I finished the 1.4 today before this stream, so I didn't really have the time to go looking for files.
Yeah.
Alright, go look at them later.
It was great to see that, and I think when they decided, so the part that really became the climactic part of the scene was, you know, Arcane questioning the role of the little girl because she realizes that it's her, and then she starts going like, what is that? You know, if that's me, then who am I? Kind of thing. And then it just plays on and on. There is no stop to the story. Oh yeah, this is the one time that, so AK does this as well with their stage plays, but they're now doing this in Endfield, where if you don't play this in autoplay, you're not actually getting the real experience.
Yeah, I put it on
how they have the
autoplay
emotional
as well.
I felt like the song was in sync with the lines, deliberately.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Endfield is made with autoplay in mind. Like 100%. It's made with autoplay in mind.
Even if there are
you
some
had to
awkward
play that in
pauses.
autoplay.
I've never sat
Because
down
once you
and
play
just
in
realized,
autoplay, right, it's a full, like, it's a proper, like, animation, like a proper episode, last episode they are watching type of vibe. And it's like, oh my god, I was sitting there and I couldn't. I mean, the best part also is that you no longer have to choose as admin. There was no, like, you know, random dialogue 1-2 choice again. It's literally just you watching. So it crashed me. I had to cry.
Someone in chat
let's see.
about this, someone in chat pointed out the endman. I think this is the first time that they do a choice as a character that you did not influence in any way. They just do a thing, which is, you know, the Originium thing to show Arcane all the Blight Shades, the Pale Blight Shades. They do that, like Endman does that. That's not you choosing that. That's not you prompting that. It's Endman as a character that decides to do this for Arcane.
I think that's good. I think it should always be
That's
that way,
good.
though.
That's
I don't see
really
a
good.
need for the
Yeah,
players
that's
to
a
be
really, really good thing. That Endman is their own character. That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, like that's one of the few positive things I have to say about like ZZZ. I like that the main
They're
characters are their own yeah, the main characters are their own characters.
Yes, they do that. They barely make it like your own choices. It's easy.
Yeah.
I wish Enfield did that all the time. To be honest,
They're
I
moving
think
towards it. They're
choice
moving
That's what
more and
people
more
think.
to it.
Yeah, they're definitely improving.
I think from
So,
now on they will.
I'm
Okay.
happier about this, but guys, could you just I know this is all copium at this point. Could you imagine if this game had this level of writing and cinemas and like presentation, patch 1 like 1.0?
oh
Holy
my god, nah.
This is like
Let's not
this
go
is the
back
game I
there.
want, dude. This is the
You know-
game I
Can I
want.
imagine?
You know
How
what
many
the-
times do you think I have?
You know
Wait,
what
that's
this
why
makes me
it's so
think?
it's so
How many sleepless
conflicted
nights?
with the way that Enfield launched, because it's like, I think for us like AK fans or people who are just excited for the game, we want to, you know, say good things about the game. But like with the way that 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 went, it was so hard to do that.
Especially 1.3,
Like-
holy fuck. 1.3.
Oh yeah, and 1.3 broke me. I was like, what the fuck?
No,
you
I
expect me to do?
remember.
I cannot hide shit.
I remember
broke most
browsing YouTube. I was on YouTube browsing my recommended, and when 1.3 came out, I had every Endfield creator just alting, making a video on why it fucking sucks.
Fucking hell, like I have chatters and people in my comments calling me a Doom poster, telling me shit like, bro, you just hate the game, just get out of the game and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, there's no fucking way you thought that like Enfield is actually like awesome, beautiful, best game ever right now. Like, it's not good. There's a reason why the attention and the traction in this game is so low. It's plummeting all the time. But like once 1.4 really hit the shelves, I'm like, this is what I've been waiting to see. You know, this is what
And
I need to
you know-
have all the confidence to tell you that this is the game to play.
You know what this makes me
I'm
think?
so happy that you suggested that we waited until like after 1.4
Oh, yeah,
came
absolutely,
out. Yes,
absolutely.
because our
Okay.
initial idea for this little podcast was going to go a way different
Oh yeah,
direction.
we were gonna do this
We were
after
gonna
1.3.
stream
yeah.
one day. Wait, we're gonna stream this after the live stream, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
It was
the
the same
original
as the
plan.
live stream day.
That was the original
yeah.
plan, yeah. Anyway,
That would have been
Yeah.
so
what I've been
bad.
thinking,
We
what
would've
I've
looked so
been
stupid.
thinking
We
is
would have
that,
so fucking awful, dude. We would have.
yeah, it would have been
That's,
awful.
but, okay, Isaac, that's why I kept. Okay, if you all don't know, in private chat, I kept telling Isaac, I don't think we are on a good timing, because I actually believe that 1.4 was actually finally gonna be good. I actually held that belief. But I can't, it's a belief. I can't fucking prove it, okay? Like, if I tell people before 1.4 out that 1.4 is going to be good, you guys are all going to call me crazy. But I genuinely thought it was going to be good. And that's why I was like
I
holding
mean,
back from
fucking,
last week.
it better
No,
have
it
been
was-
good. They fucking killed 1.2 and 1.3 for it.
Oh, if 1.4 wasn't good, it's over for the game.
Okay, but this is what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay? If y'all let me talk, this is what I'm thinking, is that 1.4 is really good, really, really good. But they had to kill 1.2 and 1.3 for it. So what I'm thinking is, can they upkeep this level of quality? Can we really expect this level of quality in the future? Because to get 1.4, we had to fucking murder the previous patches. We had to get a giant content drought, so they just worked on it. So I'm thinking, are we just gonna get good patches every 6 months for the anniversaries? Is that how this is
No.
gonna work?
What's
I
the
don't-
consensus before the release of the game? How far into the game they made it?
What
If
does
you
that
don't
mean?
I think they made it to the first patch of Wuling.
You think that's how far
Oh,
they made?
you
They
mean
didn't,
like when they launched? Like how far
Yeah.
did they?
Yeah, how far did they
write?
have everything planned out?
I
So
want
up to
to
like
strongly
1.3,
believe-
1.2?
I want to strongly believe that the entirety of Wuling was done. I have a feeling. This is my guess, okay? None of us can prove our guesses, but my guess is that when Endfield was launched, Wuling was already complete. But I think, I almost feel like, you know those optional stories where we got Swordville and Test Area? They didn't felt like they were written chronologically with Wuling.
Just thrown in.
They felt like they were, they felt like they were like passed to a different team, like not the main story writing team, where it's like, okay guys, by the way, we're taking player feedback. We want to work harder on the main story stuff. So could you, my side team, make something for us so that we fill this 1.1 and 1.2? So it kind of felt like these were like the backup plans in case they needed to pad in order to make a good thing happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like Rossi's story was released so strangely?
Yes.
Because Rossi was clearly Valley 4.
Oh, that was launch content. I don't know why that shit was not released in 1.0.
Exactly.
Yep.
So Rossi's story just got really weirdly misplaced. And I think that's the same for some of the character stories where it just felt like you can kind of feel they were not written in the same timeline. Because Camille's story feels very modern versus like Mifu's story. Mifu's story felt like it was early in the development. And then the cutscene just got added in just to, excite people for that moment. But in terms of the story writing, it felt like it was in that 1.0, 1.1 type of state. But like with every main story and how they improve things, I can kind of see that, they're actually working on it. So I feel like they basically got the whole identity of Wuling done. And when the game launched, they're probably working on the second region now. And
yeah, for sure.
we're
They're
gonna get
working on
second
the
region soon.
new region.
I felt like 1.4 was evidence that they hadn't fully finished Wuling. Like they made it up to like 1.3, but then they had like the concept of 1.4, and then they took back all the feedback and then made 1.4. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah. It felt like they did some rewrites for sure.
I was just told by my chat that apparently someone said that Bilibili has a confirmation that Camille's quest was actually rewritten.
Whoa.
Like, they had it done and it was rewritten.
Yeah, okay. I also think that for 1.4, they took the time to add extra, like, animations and cutscenes in there than what was initially planned. Could you imagine 1.4, like, just, the Yinglong Pass and then the exclusion zone, but, like, reduce the majority of those cutscenes? I don't think it would have hit as hard. I don't think the writing would have stuck as much. They had too much to say,
Yeah, absolutely. It would not have landed as hard without the extremely polished presentation and animations and music and everything.
So that might
But it definitely
actually...
felt like there's a redevelopment because, like, when you watch the 1.4 live stream and they had the whole, like, back part where Lowlight sits on the chair and tells you how hard the team has been working.
Yep.
That was enough for me to say, like, that, like, the messaging I got from that is it's literally the head dev telling everyone we're going all out for this patch. We are making sure this patch is what you call the make or break.
You know what I think?
Yep.
That Hypergriff never expected this level of criticism from Endfield. Like, they never expected to get so bent over and spanked by the entire community this much. At least that's how the release schedule reads to me.
People were frothing at the mouth for 1.3. It was crazy.
Dog, I was frothing at the mouth by 1.1.
No, and then you have the non-AKCCs and even players already angry by 1.0 because they're upset with things like the gacha and the combat and like nothing, like everything pisses people off. So
and yeah, like even lore enjoyers can't defend their game anymore because the lore isn't good. So there's just nothing. It was just a cesspool of negativity.
Oh my god, about the lore, I have such a sad anecdote. There's this small creator that made a lore video about the Landbreakers in Endfield, and they DM me on Discord, and they're like, yo, SUPAH, you're a big creator. I made this video, and it kind of flopped. Could you like suggest why that happened and what could I improve? And I just had to tell him straight up, dude, it's because you made an Endfield lore video. That's the issue. The issue is Endfield.
I think I've seen that video, and my trouble with it is that it depicts the Landbreakers, but like, I don't think he really said anything new. Because, like I said, Landbreakers are just bandits,
what the
just
fuck
raiders.
is there in the game, right? There's nothing in the game to talk about.
Yeah. But 1.4 definitely opened everything up. Because it's like, I think okay, we're still not done with reviewing the last arc. So we're a bit jumping to the, the overall patch things. But just to quickly still stay on this, and then let's talk about the ending of Arcane and the boss. I describe 1.4 as it's a patch with everything. Legitimately everything. Like, if you want a good story, it's got it. If you want a good factory time, congratulations, you're gonna rebuild your entire fucking factory this patch. And then if you want like a good combat time, they've added actually multiple game modes, and like you're gonna get new shit to play every week, which is the most in the game right now. And there's still gonna be more incoming. So they added the weekly Echoes of War, and then there's still gonna be Umbral Monument and Delver of Cryptic incoming. And also like the 2-player game. Like, they added so much shit in this one that it's like there is something for everyone to enjoy, which I never felt even at launch. Like, at launch, yeah, I felt like the combat was kind of loose. There wasn't, it's like people complain no endgame and shit like that. So there wasn't that settled, but this patch had it. So I think they basically just had 1.4 already in mind in their plans, and then once they receive complaints from every single patch, they're like, guys, half anniversary, we want to make it big, players are falling out, we need to get them back. And then
So
I think that's it. Yep.
I personally think too, then because of this new like style of writing and everything that they're trying to do, and they're trying to push their patches to be like a little bit more above and beyond, I have a feeling that the off patches that aren't like story related are going to be mid as hell.
You mean like even after this?
Yeah, I think they're going to be okay, maybe even good to mid.
Wait, why?
Why? Because I think they're going to allocate more resources towards their story chapters. That's why.
Oh, main story? No.
Yeah, main story. I'm that's why I think the side content, the filler content, like, we're gonna get more patches, maybe not as terrible as 1.3, but in the same vein as 1.3, where it's like nothing really matters, right?
Hope that that's not the standard. I hope that they even elevate that, because like I kind of joked with my chat that if 1.5 wasn't good, I'll give them a free pass. But in truth, it's like, let's not always do that. Let's not keep it that way, because you're gonna introduce a side story. At least side stories can be made to be fun. Side stories can be made to be interesting. And it's just they're not showing that kind of level of writing. Because if you think AK, they've got main story, they've got side story, right? Why aren't we getting that kind of feeling into the games with their filler maps? So I think this is a wait and see though, Isaac. Like, I'm not against the idea that it's gonna be bad.
No, I know. It is a wait and see. And if anything, I hope all the patches are just as good. I do. Like, they just found out how to do the secret sauce. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, actually, in fact, I hope the next region has no fucking lows. That's all I ask.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
zero lows. And also, I think when you look at let's get back into the third arc. The third arc really shows like what they've been trying to do for the entirety of Wuling, because the theme for Wuling is kind of like sacrifice. Almost, it's like sacrifice and grieving of loss, because of a disaster, right? And
yeah,
they basically played that across every single main character, from Tang Tang to Mifu to Fang Yi, Li Feng, Arcane. Like, everyone lost something. But that's the trope they're going for in this Wuling region. When they jump to the next region, I freaking hope they don't play this same trope and they do something else, because that's, at least in their story writing department of what they've done in AK, not every story is about, oh, let's make you lose your parent or your sibling. Like, they have stories where you don't need anyone to die and you can still tell a good story. Or like, just don't, do a murder mystery or some sort. Or like, do a what stories have they done?
Do
Tragedy.
a story without the anime, dog. Like, pick an NPC and like do a POV of that NPC or like character. Actually,
Or probably
character.
show me a leader that isn't grieving. You know, give me that Silver Ash Vina Victoria thing in this game.
Go in the
Like,
past.
I got no army.
Oh, go in the past,
Sorry?
yeah.
Yeah, show us a story from the past where the Endman was dormant. or
Yeah, give
injured,
us
whatever,
fucking the
so he doesn't
Babel.
appear.
Give us Endfield the Babel event.
Holy shit, you're asking for Babel 6 months in SUPAH?
Yeah, give us like 10
Wait.
years ago, pre-amnesia Endmin.
Oh, they're gonna take a long time to get there.
You know what?
But yeah.
No. Give us a fucking side story of like Rhodes Island because they're in hiding right now, right?
Oh,
We
that's
get to see
for
Warhammer.
1.0. Or sorry, that's for
They-
first
They
anniversary
did that
now.
in Levitine story where they decided to tease a bit of that Terra X, like Talos fusion, and I'm wondering like, are they gonna do a story where they do that more, where you see 3D Terra more? That would make me very happy. But I don't know why. But it needs to not be an Easter egg. It needs to have legitimate warrant for why they're even choosing to beat drop 3D Terra. They've done a lot of beat drops in this game already. Like for instance, they showed the King's Room, right? You know that room in Camille. Oh, did any of you play Camille's story?
I
No.
didn't do the Camille. Oh, I know there's the room. I know there's the room
Yes.
they recreated.
Camille's story decided to drop the random room, which is like, okay, what for now?
By the way, that's no connection to the original Arknights, because I'm pretty sure
No, it does not.
in the original Arknights, that's a room in Syracuse. That's a room from Syracuse.
It's a generic room. It's not a room. No. It's also a room you see in IS. So
see, I see.
it's basically plain text CG. It doesn't actually mean anything. So they've done this kind of Easter eggs where it's like, okay, nice that you've got AK references, but they don't really mean anything.
Except
we didn't-
for what the statue guy says. I think what the statue guy says is very, very interesting.
Yeah, sure, well, we're gonna get there. Isaac, you're gonna say?
I was saying, you know what we completely forgot to talk about? I figured we would get there eventually, even though it already happened in Arc 1. And that is Ardashir vague posting again.
Wait, before that.
Oh yeah.
What's
Isaac?
up, Eisen?
Do we want to? Okay. Do we think, going back to all the patches and stuff, do we think Fang Yi took one for the team, or there's going to be another patch where we have a banner that lasts for 35 to 50 days?
I hope she took one.
I
for the
hope
team.
she took one for the team.
hope.
I pray
Don't-
she took
don't
one
Don't
for
do
the
me a
team.
fucking 35-day banner anymore.
That was
don't want that.
insane. That was, yeah.
That hurt my brain.
I like to think she took one for the team, and like now they're caught up. Now they're ready to move on.
Dog,
Normal.
we had 3 months of a drought. Never again, bro. Never again.
The
This
worst
game
drought
really
I've ever
has
felt
been
in any.
free falling since like fucking. This game's been free falling since 1.0. Holy shit!
No, it's free fell and it finally landed on a floating platform.
Finally, yes.
Yes.
Fucking half a year in, dude.
Oh, wait, when did we first see Ardashir? It was the second arc, right? And then at the end of the.
It was at the beginning of the second arc, end of the first one, where you go see him in his little jail cell.
Yeah, you go meet
Yeah,
him in
that's-
a gay baby jail, and
It's like a law
He
discussion
flirts with
territory
you.
now. Aizen, we need your take.
About who? Ardashir?
Ardashir.
So we talked a little bit about Terra. I think they're saving the reveal of Terra because he says, well, obviously it's been centuries, right, since we've last seen Terra, and he also says, I think it was like Sargon or wherever he was like a pasha. He says, "Oh, that place must be in ruins now because it's been so long, or whatever happened." And then he also talks about the end. If you guys remember, he specifically
Yes.
references the end. So I don't know if the end has anything to do with Talos 2 or if it has something to do with Terra itself. I don't know.
I hope they don't go the fucking, Terra is dead now. There's just been an apocalypse
insane.
on Terra. There's just been an apocalypse on Terra, and they're all dead. I hope they don't do that because I'm going to show up at Lowlight's offices if they do that.
Well,
Ardashir is then also
and shake their
revealed
hands,
as
right?
Ardashir is revealed to be from Terra.
Yeah, I'm
And,
pretty
like,
sure he's
still
from
alive.
Kjerag,
Yes.
right? He comes from Kjerag, I'm pretty sure.
He's
Comes from?
I thought
Oh,
it was
fuck.
Sargonian.
He came from.
Sargonian.
No, he
No,
mentions...
Sargon was where he lived.
Okay, no, I'm getting mixed up. I'm getting it mixed
wait,
up.
what's-
He mentions
name of the
the
race?
Talos equivalent of Kjerag. I got it mixed up.
Are
Oh.
all your chats correcting you?
Yeah, he's from
Everyone's
Sargon.
saying he's from Sargon.
I got it confused because when you meet him in Wuling at the raft, he mentions the Kjerag
Yes.
equivalent on Terra. On
Yes, he
Talos,
does.
sorry.
It's cool that we have the first character that says that they have experiences in Terra, so it's like, okay, we might get more. We need more alive people, which saddens me also that Surta is a reconvener, because like her being a Sarkaz, I kind of thought that she'll outlive. And
It's not all sarcasm, but I thought because she had a fucking Faranmut, she would, live longer.
but she didn't apparently, and now she's a reconvener.
Was Ardashir even considered alive? Like, would you even?
No, that's confusing. The game
Yeah.
doesn't explain it because that's what they left
It doesn't.
open-ended. Because Neferith and Ardashir are alive and they can't seem to die. So like, how do you kill an immortal being?
Okay, someone in my chat said,
They're like the
I'm
endless black snake.
thankful Endmin wasn't just the average Gacha MC right now. There's just something about the MC actually talking without two-choice dialogue that are the same. Yeah, we talked about that before. There's even choices that the Endmin has as a character, completely
Yeah,
detached from you.
But yeah, I guess I don't think Ardashir is something that can be definitively decided on who he is, because that's clearly what they try to do with the story now. Like, well, he's always Vic posting, but this time the Vic posting has something to work with for anyone who wants to do it, which is like, what actually is his role? With both Terra and Telos. And they've already name dropped all the needed factions for people to figure out. Like
Yeah,
precursors.
at the end of the patch too, with the Jesus Christ, they dropped some hard shit, right? Fucking
Yeah.
Talos 5.
Which is, by the way, that Talos 5 mention gave weight to 1.1, I think, because it was the only first time it got mentioned is Rossi's quest, which is a
That's
nothing
what I heard
burger.
too. Yeah.
But Rossi basically got so happy to meet Endmin, and then Rossi said, "I heard that you exploded the moon, and the moon was called Talos 5." So it's good now that they're doing the classic, like, okay, if you thought the early story was boring, let me randomly tell you things to make you think back to something that happened earlier.
I didn't even catch that. Wow, that's pretty good.
It also implicates
but
that
it
there's
was a
3 more
callback.
moons, potentially.
Yeah, at least 3 more moons.
Yeah. But it becomes a question now, because Rossi's quest was her describing in a storybook, that Endmin did it. In Rossi's words, Endmin threw Talos 5 into a fucking black hole, the ether side.
Yeah,
But
plunged it in
the
there.
question now is, with the way Ardashir described Talos 5, is it still there? Because it got thrown into the ether side, and
He doesn't say
He's from
it's
the
a
ether.
Neferith. Neferith mentions
Yeah.
it. She's like, "I'll see you on Talos 5." So she takes the proto origin that she takes from Alikos or whatever his name. I always forget how to pronounce his name. She takes that and then uses it to go there. I don't know
Yes.
how.
I love
But-
what they're doing with Neferith. Like, I love what they did with Neferith. Because from
so
1.0...
garbage until this patch.
From 1.0 to 1.3, she was the most pathetic ass character imaginable.
Complete
She had
garbage.
nothing going on. She was just a John Evil that would show up every once in a while and do evil. Now, though, it's super interesting what they do with her, where she's like her own faction, like she wants to do her own things. She's not working for Ardashir and company. She's just doing her own thing as a third party, as like a third faction, and now it's kind of a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but
Look
I
what
am
they could do in
confused
3
because-
minutes. Go ahead.
What, in 3 minutes?
Well, she appeared for like 3 minutes. This whole patch.
Yes.
It was just that final cutscene.
to reveal that she's
And
still
she-
alive.
Yeah. And she became a
But
character within those 3 minutes.
I didn't
Yeah, go ahead.
understand this, but I don't think I need to understand it because I think that's what the story will do, which is you basically come to learn that they're both pretty immortal beings. For AK people, because I already saw people name dropping this, it's kind of like Tasche or like the Blacklist Snake, basically Talula.
Yes.
But the thing is, if they're both immortal, the part that could then confuse me was for what reason did she need to kill Ardisha? Because it would be pointless.
I think
But
she
I guess
just
that's what the
freed
story
him.
will have to
I
do.
think she
To
just
delay.
freed him or
Yeah,
delayed
did she
him.
just kill him to just free him and send him back, like TP him back?
Yeah, she just TP'd
It's
him
just a
back to
delay,
spawn.
I
She
think.
just TP'd him back to spawn.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
the funniest fucking shit. Like, you get shocked that she killed him, but then if you think in the fucking surface level, oh, she just TP him so that he can respawn. Which is so dumb. But it's also like, oh shit, they're that powerful. So, cool.
So I don't think
he's pretty-
Neferif is fully immortal because she has a giant wound now.
Yeah, she does.
So maybe not immortal, just really, really hard to kill.
Yeah. But I think that gave Ardisha a lot more weight as well. Because to think that one of the villains in the game is supposedly undying, that makes it pretty interesting as an antagonist. Because how will you then, develop the story for a guy that can't, because that makes him the strongest being, no? What's the way to defuse this guy?
He's not even the boss, by the way. He works for someone else. He's not even the boss.
He's just,
Yeah, the lady.
he's a henchman of someone we do not know.
I'm pretty sure it's the Cyclops, right? The Cyclops girl?
Yes, the girl that
Is it
with her
for
eyes
sure?
closed.
Not for sure.
Most likely,
Yeah, mostly for
but
sure.
they do reference her as the lady.
Yeah. I feel like knowing AK, because of how they eventually, build it up to a SPRTS, we think that the lady is the biggest hit now, but then it's like classic, anime shit.
No,
thought
it's
you
gonna
give
be
people the big
Priestess
one,
again.
And then there's a bigger one. Yeah, there's gonna be someone bigger than her.
It's gonna be
later on.
Priestess again.
So, yeah. Okay, wait, should we just drive back into, I guess, the end of Arcane, and then when they get the boss?
Statue
So
guy?
you're
That entire arc was a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, you already do? Oh, actually. Oh, I was saying to my chat that once the whole story finished up, I genuinely... This was the first story that I wanted to rate it alongside with the AK stories, and I genuinely want to say this is like top 10 stories you should read. But I couldn't
Yeah.
put it at top 5. I don't think it was top 5.
That's fair.
This isn't Babel. This isn't Lone Trail.
Yeah, this is not
but
Babel or Lone Trail.
This isn't chapter 15.
This isn't. This is definitely not
Yes.
chapter 15.
I had someone in chat which said before, finally, we are at chapter 5 level of quality instead of chapter 2.
Jesus Christ.
Being very mean.
Oh, no, this-
very mean.
This is better than chapter 5. This is way better
I
than
think
chapter
this.
5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is way.
Oh
better
no, this is
than
way
chapter
better.
5,
This is way better.
6.
I fucking hated chapter 5. I fucking hated chapter 5.
I think it's at the
give it a 10
levels
out
of
ten.
like 8 and 9, in my opinion.
It's been
Wait.
so long since I've read those 2 chapters.
It's just the Tallulah like 10 fights.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
remember it being-
I think it's better because 8
You
and
think it's
9 was
better?
more for the action. The people who made 8 and 9 emotional was the Yeti squad. 8 that wasn't even 8. That was 7. Yeah, I felt for the Yeti squad, but 8 and 9 were just full of like aura farming Chen and Amiya. So yeah, I guess we go into the specifics of the boss. I guess so. After
Yeah.
they seal the sword.
Yeah,
that was
let's
causing-
go. Let's go in
That was a
the boss.
thick fucking arena. That walk-in,
unbelievable.
coolest fucking walk-in ever.
Oh, wait, well, I think we're only gonna say good things. I'm gonna say the only singular bad thing that I have, which
Yeah,
is
we
a
need
lot
that.
of people have strong squads. So I did like a lot of content creators re-uploaded their gameplay of that boss, and I didn't because I had a problem. I was killing the boss too fucking fast. And you can say it's a me problem, but like
Oh yeah, I just kind of murdered him as well. I just kind of
He was
fucking annihilated
really easy to
him.
kill. Like, he's the coolest visual, but he's definitely not the hardest boss.
Well, but that's every boss.
I think there's some boss
in the main story. They made them easy on purpose just so you can get through without a meta, like, well-built
I think I even say this in terms of the level 90 spectrum. Like, across all the boss when you are at the max stats, he's definitely not the hardest boss.
Oh yeah, he's very telegraphed.
There are harder bosses.
He's very, very telegraphed.
Yeah. So, he is level 70 in the story, and that makes you, like, smash him. So, especially if you super build any team, and you follow, like, meta, or you figure out your team on your own, it's so easy to finish the fight. So, one of the problems I ended up having was I didn't see all his movesets. So, he actually has some of the best movesets I've ever seen. Like, he literally has one where he fires like 1,000 arrows. And I'm like, that is fucking insane.
He's an insanely cool fight. He's such a really, really good fight from a purely gameplay perspective. The attacks are very flashy, you have to dodge them in unique ways. It's not just press the dodge button when you see him flash red.
Oh, so a lot of people who played this, and especially if you guys don't watch content creators for this, and if you just play it on your own, if your team was super strong, right, it's super likely that you did not see the archer form of the boss. Which the archer form is caused when you're standing... Well, he does it rarely when you're near to him, but he does it more when you're further from him, where he just shoots you at range. And that's one of the things he does. There's one more moveset that gets unlocked. It's the 9 combo moveset. He slashes at you 9 fucking times.
Yeah, I've got
like he
that.
spins
I remember
in
that.
circle. And like that is
cool.
fucking cool.
I loved it.
Yeah, but I didn't get it in the first play.
You know, someone in chat suggested something. There should be a sort of like immersive mode where it caps your level of the operators. So when you go into the boss fight, it caps the level of your operators.
Level sync?
Yeah, it like syncs up with the boss.
We need so this is something that I genuinely think they need to QOL, because it kind of ruins it. Like, I get the story, but hey, if you fail the boss, just restart and lower the level, right? Like, make it level sync in the first play, either by lowering your operator level, or you can deliberately raise the level of the boss. Because you need to, like, it's your first play, you want to experience everything. You know? So, I got so sad that, okay, some people are saying it's level 90. I just need to tell you this. When I was playing at level, like, I replayed him and I played at level 90 as well, I smashed him again. So I still couldn't unlock the movesets. The only way for me to see the movesets was not hitting him.
Damn.
Yeah, so I saw the movesets because I had a suboptimal team. I was playing the Tong Tong team, right? Which is outdated as hell now.
Wait. You just reminded me. I was playing a suboptimal team as well. My team was Chen, Perlica, Arcane, and Enmin, by the way.
Are they all leveled and geared up?
No, they're all 80. No artifice, no essence.
I just suck at the video game then. But I was able to.
Yeah, no, dude. I had a Meta Rossi team that was fully built for CC. I just fucking pulverized this guy. He just got pulverized.
Yeah, I don't really remember much of the fight because I had my Fang Yi team. It was just...
No, so literally I was trying to play a story-accurate team just to make it deliberately easier. Like, as in, like, so that I can see more movesets. But turns out, I guess I'm playing too good. And then I couldn't see anything.
That Arcane, dude.
No, because it was, like, so easy to interrupt them as well. So that also gives me the thing that is, like, we need a non-interruptible boss for the sake of it. That makes it a boss, if you think about it. Like, less interruptible boss. But for what it is, though, the music and the design of the boss, and if you do see all the movesets, it's really good.
It was so fun to play against.
Music.
That's kind of a problem that every story boss has, right? Where in the main story, you just fucking pulverize them, and to see the full moveset, you have to go to like the Re-Crisis max difficulty mode, so that you get the actual boss. That's been an issue since 1.0. Right? That's been an issue since 1.0.
Yeah. But apart from that, like, that's my only complaint, really. Everything is good about that. And like, okay, I was a bit annoyed with the boss at first because you don't really know who this boss is. He just spawns out of a fucking hole.
I like that,
but then they decided to drop everything in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Like, you barely seen this guy, and now you have to question who he is.
I like that though. I think that was really good that they set up the great sword. You're like, wait, why is there a great sword? Is someone uses this great sword? Then you go into the arena and this guy you've never seen before shows up, grabs the great sword and starts fighting you. I think that's good because, one, it was kind of set up with the greatsword. If there's a weapon, there's someone that has to use it. And second, because that's deliberately done to introduce the foundation and the precursor, this completely new thing that comes out of nowhere, and now you have to question it and look into it. I don't think it would have hit as hard if they set up the statue guy more.
Wait, apparently people are saying it's a rapier, it's not a sword. I'm not good with my
They
weapon
call
terms,
it a greatsword. In the game, they call it a greatsword.
A rapier's it's not that thick.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna correct one thing because people were saying my adaptable difficulty suggestion was strange. Guys, I'm not saying they should force every player to either level up the boss or lower your unit's ability. Instead, it should be an option. Like, everything should be an option in this game. Like, if you're gonna play something for the first time, sorry, I'm gonna be a complete fucking nerd. I play rhythm games. When they introduce boss songs, you have the option to either play the hardest shit first, or you can play the easiest chart first. For the first time. Like, you literally pick the difficulty according to what you feel you're suited for. Right? Like, there's a reason in JRPG, your first option is easy, hard, brutal. So, like, I think they should do that for a story boss as well. That is like, okay, if there are people who don't feel like they're good in Endfield, play the easy version. But now I'm playing this for the first time. I want to fucking experience this boss and not smash him. Can I just jump to the fucking harder shit?
Yeah,
You know what I
bring
mean?
back hard mode or EX stages.
That's what they do in chapter 14 and 15, right? Like, you don't have to play the easiest stage first. You can straight away jump into the challenge mode.
Oh yeah, the adversity or adverse, whatever the condition thing, yeah.
I just feel like they were following the standard of other 3D gachas rather than OG Arknights. I'm pretty sure other 3D gachas don't have the options, right? It's just the same old story level.
Yeah, it's the same thing, yeah.
So they were just following them, is what I feel.
Some of you are saying this needs to have rewards. Well, okay, fucking, if there's rewards, why the fuck must I replay the boss at level 70? When, you know, the boss dungeon gets unlocked. I've already cleared him at level 70. Couldn't that have been just auto-cleared? So if I clear him at level 90 on first try, just auto-clear it. That's the reward. It's not that hard. You know, then I don't have to replay the freaking dungeon again, because why must I play 3 different difficulties when I know I'm already smashing the first 2?
He's right.
So that's how I'm going to say it in complaint-wise. But best boss ever. Seriously.
Oh yeah, it's by far the best boss in the game.
Best boss.
When I played 1.2, I was really impressed by the Nefarif boss, but looking back on it, it's not really that good, honestly.
It's flashy. That's mainly
it's flashy, and that's it. It's really flashy, but it's not really a good fight. Like, she turns into Gormagala at the end.
Her best fight would be the time stop. I thought the time stop was cool, but it's too easy to dodge. Do you remember the time stop move?
Yeah, I do. I think I do.
I remember the time stop, yeah. That's dope as hell. They should just let her do that and you can't dodge it, like deadass.
Yeah. I mean, the only other good boss that I would say that actually I liked was that's one of the things that saved 1.3. It's the monkey boss. I thought the monkey boss was nice. Because he has the ability to change what he does if monkeys attach onto him. So I thought that was okay.
That boss is cool, and it's one of many bosses in this game that are just kind of a rip-off of a Monster Hunter monster. For example, this monkey is kind of a rip-off of Bishaten.
It's still on its own.
Yeah, it's kind of a rip-off of Bishaten from Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah. But that's really good. And I think once you... Well, I guess we gotta address the lore drop once you finish the boss.
That's super cool.
I actually forgot.
That's super cool, the lore drop.
Like, when he appears, I love when he's like, I'm like a warrior and a gardener. I immediately went to research any Arknights operators that are gardeners and turns out it's Flamebringer. But I don't know if he has any connection to this guy.
Yeah, Flamebringer is notorious for being a gardener, Flamebringer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's any connection.
Wait, I'm confused.
I don't think there's any connection.
Why is there a connection? There's no way there's a connection with Flamebringer.
No, there's no connection.
I'm just saying that I just immediately researched, and then by the end of the story, they're like, no, he's just a precursor's construct. Like,
he's just like a robot that the precursor.
He's like a robot. I was like, oh, okay, so that just destroys everything. But
I think it's more so. I think it's if you really wanted to connect the two, it should be the IS4 ending tree boss. The IS4 ending tree boss has this giant circular guy. I think it's related to him.
I don't think the collapsers are related to the either, are they? Fuck, actually they could be. The collapsers.
No, so my chat's pointing out the boss stage is literally called Gardener. Like that ending tree boss stage is called Gardener.
Oh, that's interesting. That the boss stage is called Gardener. That's really interesting. Hold on.
Okay.
That's kind of saucy. That's kind of sauce.
Yeah, I have not caught up with IS4 and Typhon story. I need to do that before Typhon fucking drops in Endfield.
Oh, you think with the Typhon Reconvener they're gonna properly introduce like a link with the collapsals?
No, I have to say, of all the units in the game, because we know that the gate that connects AK and Endfield is the gate at Sami, like in the north. And the only time you see the gate is in IS4. And even then, it's a bit confusing because the problem with IS is you don't know if they're canon or non-canon or like.
Oh no, they're canon. They're all canon except IS3. They're all canon except IS3.
Well, IS5, right?
No, IS5.
IS5 is storytelling. My bad.
IS5 is canon, but it's just a name for having like a drug trip.
Yeah, and IS6 is also canon. So, which is interesting now because like actually what they've deliberately done with Endfield with Wuling is they're clearly trying to do something with the Sui storyline, which is the furthest storyline in Arknights. It's the like in terms of Arknights timeline, Sui is the latest one, like the most modern one, and it's not. They have to eventually explain how the 13th proxy came about.
They explain it in IS6. Basically, how it works is that a bunch of Suis dreamed up a 13th Sui, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
that's what
this I remember.
That's what the remnant consciousness is in IS6. It's this jumbled up mess of dreams from different Suis. And at some point, several Suis came together and they dreamed up a 13th Sui.
But the question becomes like, okay, so you are the 13th one. Do you have any, contact with your old siblings? What do you know? But
I think they allude to them. I think they allude to the other Sui siblings, especially Monster. Monster at the end is like, which one did Sir take from?
Yeah, and Si did not. Si has specifically mentioned that she has nothing about Terra. Like she's never been there before. But the interesting thing is that if you look at the entirety of Wuling, you can clearly see references to Dusk, Nian, and Shu, which are basically the main culprits for conjuring the 13th sibling after all. So it's kind of like, when the gate was open, have they ever, been a transporter, like a person going in and out of the two worlds? That's something that the game probably needs to explain, because I'm pretty sure that happened when the gate was still open. But anyways, going back to Typhon, like 1.4, now that they dropped Typhon into the game, I thought that she was the one character that will make the most sense to reconvene her. Because she's literally like John Endfield. Like, she's the first story that even gave a tease to Endfield.
I hope that Gilberta also becomes more relevant, because in the original Arknights, the bloodline of combat... No, the bloodline of combat skin for the original Angelina, I'm pretty sure it implies that it was Angelina to kind of defeat the Collapsals in the end. So it's like, I hope Gilberta becomes a player as well, because it's implied that the original Angelina was a big part of defeating the Collapsals.
Oh, you just hit me something. You just hit me and gave me goosebumps. Are Bloodline of Combat skins just the final moments of operators?
Presumably, yes.
Says the outfit worn by Angelina while she was stationed at the second final defense front. The substance of reality slowly flows between her fingers and her tools.
It's that they're most powerful, but they're most
Yeah,
powerful.
the
can
Bloodline
also
of Combat
be-
is not their final moment, it's the operator at their most powerful, as you said.
But it could be a coincidence as well, right?
Yeah, it could
Well,
be a
supposedly-
coincidence.
Beagle's dead.
Oh no, okay, do you want spoilers? Because IS-7 explains everything about Beagle.
No. This one I'm good. I'm good to not hear.
Okay, then I'm gonna shut up because
I mean,
IS...
you can say, and I'm not listen. My headphones will be off. My chat will tell me.
Okay,
when you're
okay.
done.
It's fine.
Chat, do you want
Alex,
spoilers?
what's your chat saying?
I don't know. Oh, everyone's saying don't. But what's your
okay,
chat saying?
then I'm gonna shut up. My chat is not saying anything. I'm gonna shut up then. I'm just gonna tell you that Bolivar diagnosed and IS-7 explain what happened to Beagle.
That I'm aware. That Beagle's story is very fleshed in IS-7.
It's kind of fucked up. I'll tell you that. It's kind of fucked up.
It is. I have a general idea of why it's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
anything.
in any case though, it's basically they've kind of force linked two main storylines and ISs into Enfield, which is IS-4 and IS-6. So that becomes very interesting to see because we're already reaching the end of Wuling, by the way. I don't know if Wuling will try to. I don't expect them to 100% link because they don't have to. But like, will they, try to tie a bit more strings with Typhon being in? And Typhon being in will be interesting because I'm pretty sure Typhon has seen the gate herself. Like, she has a memory of the gate.
Unlike, in one of the
Soto or any
endings,
other
I'm pretty sure in
recombinants.
one of the IS-4 endings, she goes to the gate with Valarquin.
So if Reconvener keeps the memories of people, it's kind of like, okay, so what are they gonna do with her story? Because like she's gonna have these memories. So
I think she's going to be literally at the gate.
yeah,
That's what I got from the trailer. She's going to be right there.
we're gonna have to wait and see how they paint it. I mean, for all we know, maybe it's also not Typhon. It's a Typhon fucking offspring. But like, I don't.
It's like a
think so. I think it is-
cosplayer. She has like nothing to do with Typhon. She's just a cosplayer. Has nothing to do with her.
It'll be so bad if there's no relation. But
Does she
yeah,
come
I
out
think
next patch?
not confirmed.
We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
The
know
only thing
anything
that's
about
confirmed
1.5.
is that the only thing that's confirmed seems to be because people say Hyperglyph licked it themselves. They were excited about this patch, and then they suddenly casually mentioned the male, like the yellow-haired male operator. He seems to be the next banner after
I think we all agree that's like a Nerl descendant, right? We all agree that's like a descendant of one of the Nerls.
Yeah. But I think these three people. Oh wait, you think it that way? You think that he's a descendant?
I think he's a descendant. I don't think he's a Reconvener. I think he's a descendant.
He's not a horse, is he?
Yeah, well, I don't think he was a horse, was he?
He's not a horse.
Well, I was sure he's a horse. Am I stupid?
He's not a horse.
Am I
I
stupid?
think he's a lizard.
I think he just has yellow hair, and that's about it.
I swear to God, I saw like horse ears on the
Yeah,
guy.
people say he's Moina, but he's not because he's not a horse.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I just
Is
hallucinated.
Lino
I guess.
fucking Capri?
Mate,
I guess
is it
she-
cannibalism if he's not a horse and he's riding a horse?
Oh, okay, someone in chat specified that he has horse ears but a dragon tail.
What?
That sounds like Lee though. He's a lion and fish hybrid. No, like a dragon and fish hybrid.
So is he Sarkaz like Mifu? I don't.
I don't know.
That
He's
feels
his
like
own
it's
unique
so
fucking race. It's just
So
him.
fucking much.
That's
And
so
fucking
weird.
Mifu is a Sarkaz, and I'm like, no, she's not. What?
Yeah, that's
No, the fuck.
Yeah,
he's
but
not.
when you open the lore book of Sarkaz, it becomes a fucked up hole because it's like,
I've
well,
never
Sarkaz
seen a
isn't one
single
thing.
one of them that have had like fucking chromatic ass horns that are like purplish, change colors and shit, and a fluffy fucking
Okay, so
tail.
I'm getting
That's
from
a single
chat.
goddamn
I'm
one.
getting from chat. The dragon horse is an actual mythical creature in like a Chinese mythology.
Is that dragon horse like a Kirin? What the fuck is that?
What
I'm
race
gonna
would
look
that
it
belong
up.
to?
I'm gonna look it up right
Chat.
now. Dragon horse
he's a Kirin.
mythical creature.
Yeah, Keating's like the closest.
It's
to
a
that.
longma.
Longma.
It's a longma. Yes,
Languma.
it's a longma.
Okay.
So yeah, I still
but-
subscribe that he's a nerd
It's not a
descendant.
Sarkaz. Makes no
No.
fucking sense.
No. So
Not
the problem with Sarkaz and the mythical races is it kind of opens the book of anything as possible because there's so much fucking side races that, yeah. But
I
yeah,
would've
before being a
accepted
Sarkaz
it.
was shot, but
I would have accepted it way the fuck more had it been like a mixed parents sort of deal. That would have made
So
more sense.
They
in
didn't
Arknights, you
fully
can't
explain it,
have
though.
you can't really have mix. It's a dominant gene, like completely dominates. So
I
if you have a
know, I know.
Liberi
I'm
and
highly
a,
aware.
okay,
I wish we kind of did away with that fucking fact too.
it's weird, right? It's just I don't know.
Well, I mean, hopefully it doesn't open up too much plot holes in the near future. But yeah, they managed to reveal the characters. So I'm curious what they do with Typhon, because even though you said that 1.5 wouldn't be great, but it's either 1.5 or 1.6 that we're gonna see Typhon, and it's going to be a fucking boon to not the Endfield community. Actually, it's the person taking damage here is the AK community, because it's literally the one character that you kind of need if you want to bridge the games.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're gonna have to just wait and see.
Is there
That one.
confirmation that
okay.
Horseman? Not confirmation, but most likely that's Horseman and not Su.
Okay,
Next banner?
the prediction, well, from what I see in the community, and it's also my prediction, is apparently the next banner, like the next patch, will not have Si. Si will be 1.6, and I think when it ends with Si, that's the last Wuling patch.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think that's
the,
better
uh,
for everyone's wallets, anyways.
half.
So like
anime-
the three characters
happened?
that we see are the remaining characters for Wuling.
So you're saying actually shit? Isn't half Annie already supposed to start, or is this half Annie?
This is
DC
happening.
is the half
This
anime.
is-
1.4 is the half
Oh.
anime.
Okay.
No, which is a surprise that they didn't drop Si. But like, hey, I guess it worked out because Arcane was a big emotional banner that makes you want to
I'm
poo.
gonna skip us. Fucking,
Yeah,
I
okay.
have to play and play with her fucking English voice acting every time I use a skill. Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna kill
I
myself.
can't wait for you to drop your video on how much you hate Si.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. But first, you got to do your apology
Do it,
video for
Supa.
Arcane.
Do
yeah, I
it.
have to do the Arcane
I'll watch
apology
it.
video first.
Do a 2-in-1. Just do a 2-in-1.
Yeah, 2-in-1, 2-in-1.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You start the video by apologizing to Arcane, and then you hate on Si. You transfer the baton. Pass the
yeah,
fucking
I
baton.
transfer the curse to Sir.
That would be great.
I mean, if you hating on them makes them extremely well-written characters,
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
on hating.
That
haters.
seems like the
yeah, that's your
pattern.
fucking formula.
That's my formula. I'm gonna hate on a character, and then Hyperglyph locks in and makes them incredibly well written the next patch.
And then you take it back, and then you're gonna hate on someone else.
Yeah, I keep passing the curse like that.
1.4 is proof that it's working. Neferith,
But people,
Arcane.
Actually, he's right. He's actually right.
Yeah, we're only 2 in. We're only 2
two.
in.
Well,
you
I
hated
mean,
Nefer before Arcane.
some people hated fucking Ardashir, and I argue he was better this patch.
Oh, people hated Ardashir this patch?
No,
'Cause he was
no,
still
from
vape
other
posting?
patch.
Previous.
Oh, from other
Yeah,
patches.
Previous,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Like the
I
only
think he
people
did
who
way
like him
better.
are simps. But
Well-
yeah, Super. If you get called a hater, and you actually do your tactic, you'll be called the biggest savior.
Yeah, that's the strategy. That's the strategy. You guys figured it out.
Okay. I hope they carry on this level of writing though for the next region. Do we know what region it's gonna be?
It's gonna be the north, right? It's
No,
gonna be like the
people are just
Kiara
people are just
equivalent.
guessing now.
Okay, so the North. All right, so I fucking hope that we finally run into and start fleshing out Lycia's fucking story. You don't know how much it
Oh
pissed
yeah,
me off.
Lucia just fucking vanished.
Sure.
She appears once in
vanished,
Valley
yeah.
Zero and never again. Just vanished.
There's two dominant guesses, but I
think she's the Black Snake.
Correct.
That's my take. I think she's the Black Snake.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I think so too.
That's my take.
The thing about the next region, the guess is either La Fantoma, which is basically Siesta offspring, or it's gonna be Yersh, which is basically Yarek offspring. But there's a chance that it's neither. That's just people's guesses.
I mean, I'm excited either way.
It would be funny
The
if it's
only
La
thing I
Fantoma,
hope
because
the only thing I hope
What?
is we go to the next region and fucking no one knows the admin. They have no fucking clue who the admin is.
Yeah,
That's my
please.
hope.
Oh,
Please.
please,
Or
yes.
Make it
Not a
even better.
chance,
Make it
but
so that
please.
everyone fucking hates the Endman up north.
Yeah, true. Like the doctor at the start, fucking everyone hated the doctor at the start. Let me go to a region where everyone fucking hates the admin. Like, they fucking hate him. They know them very well because of the wars and everything, and they fucking hate him for it.
We'll see that Pog and Ember already glaze him. The chance of that is pretty low, but hey,
That's why I like
it'll be cool to
the
see
Tom
anime
Fox
hated.
quest line, because
be.
she didn't know who the fuck he was, and it was interesting.
Yeah. I have a hot take, or it could even be called a conspiracy theory. I can't prove this, okay? Because AK Global is not going to change their schedule in anytime soon. And I find it fascinating that it almost looks deliberate that they're aligning Enfield with AK Global and not AKCN, by the way. Because if you think about it, we got the SUI event with this 1.4. So, that because a lot of people are predicting a La Fantoma is the Siesta region, which is basically a summery, beachy region, right?
Yeah.
If they do that on anniversary where they drop the new region, that's gonna be aligned with our summer carnival, which is Angelina banner.
we're gonna have summer and winter, just like we do in AK.
Yeah, but in AK we have our summer carnival in January, like that's our anniversary, and now the thing is that the game is forever locked down. Our half anniversary and anniversary is always the same with AK Global because of the timing that they launch Enfield. So
Yeah.
I'm genuinely wondering, are they trying to align the anniversary stories almost deliberately?
I think it might make more sense for them, mainly because you know how they were again in a free fall since launch. The areas that are making them the most cash, like money wise, like monetarily, is like Japan. So that would be for base AK, that would be global, right? So I think it's just beneficial to kind of work with the global audience since it didn't do extremely well in China.
China is still the number one paying region for Enfield, but it is surprising to see that Enfield's Japan is very close to China compared to like AK. Like AK, there is a disparity between China and Japan, even though Japan is number 2. But like Enfield, you can see that it's closer, which is weird because China has way more people.
I know.
Okay,
Would
boys.
it really cater to the global over CN though?
I feel
Seems
like
it.
Enfield had always wanted, like, okay, this is gonna be now the interesting discussion because I don't know if we want to pull out of 1.3, but like I kind of think that they kind of find in China and Japan, like you can see that they do a lot of offline events for them as well. Like they know that the player base are loyal and they want to do stuff. But I can genuinely feel a vibe that like the global side of things are stressing. Because I feel like they didn't meet their targets or something. You know, like how they did the whole IGN stuff, and then like they're so aggressive with trying to pull content creators to
Never
like,
again,
do some
the fucking
side events for
IGN
them.
stuff, dude. Never again.
Yeah, but I feel like Enfield probably genuinely wish that there were more AK players in the global space, but then they didn't have that.
Yeah, it seems more global oriented. Like they really wanted to capture the global audience as well.
You know the final ending message as well. I was also telling my chat, this doesn't feel like to the Chinese and Japan audience, they are more loyal to Hyperglyph. So for Lowlight to say all that, it's kind of just reaffirming those people's love for the game. And it's like they were already just going to support the game no matter what. But like for the global audience where we don't have that kind of loyalty, and people are fickle about it, right? People are switching gacha games whenever they want, and they don't even believe in Endfield. Like I felt like the messaging to those two versus us is very different, because versus us it almost felt like the things, like the problems that they want to fix and whatnot, were very targeted at the things that global keep complaining about.
That
So-
did
Yeah.
feel like that. That did feel like that. Anyway, boys, before we derail any further, what's the rating for the third arc of 1.4?
10
I
out of
was
10.
gonna bring it up too. Yeah, but 10 out of 10, easy. 10 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, I also
I'm saving the
think
10
9.
for-
What do
I
you-
also
what do you
think
minus
9.
All right, so then
Where's the minus
9.5.
I'm saving the
Yeah,
10 for
9.5.
something in the future.
I
If there
know,
is a chapter 15 equivalent, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saving
no, the 10 out
You
of
don't do-
10 has to be truly spectacular. Like, it
Wait,
has
you
to
don't do
blow
11
me
out of
away.
10s? Or 12 out of 10s?
Oh, 11.
I would do a fucking, oh my god, if we got a chapter 15, yeah, that would automatically knock every other previous rating down by 1 point.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
I've
we
got
have
11
to
out of 10
think at the
if-
future.
If we ever get that, do I think we're gonna get that? I think chapter 15 hit so hard because we waited so many fucking years to get to that point. I think that's why it was just like,
Am I the only one who's not there? I think
Oh,
so.
please. Please get there. Please. I beg you.
what do you mean you're not at chapter? You read chapter 15 live.
No, you want to know what's my last read main story chapter? Chapter
What?
9.
What?
I've been reading side stories. I don't like
To be
main
fair,
story.
the Victoria arc, you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah, it's a slug. I know, it's gonna be a slug to get to
You're
fucking
not
chapter
missing
15.
out, bro.
Yeah, 14
You're
to 15
not
is
missing
where-
out.
But guys,
really
I
hate
like
that
reading
entire
side stories versus
Londinium
main.
arc. I hate that entire fucking.
Everyone calls me a
Londinium.
fucking lapper. But hey, fellow me lapper over here is telling you side stories in AK are worth it. You don't even need to read the main story. That's how it
It's
is.
okay.
But yeah,
If you're a fucking creator, you're automatically a LARPer. Doesn't matter in what. You're just automatically a LARPer.
but
It goes.
yeah,
Yes, yeah. I
I
think. How do we feel overall about the entirety of patch 1.4?
Very satisfactory. Very, very satisfactory.
I'd give it
Hey.
a fucking 8 out of 10. It was
Yeah,
so fucking
I said
good.
that on my Discord as well. I give it an 8 out of 10 overall. Like, hard carried by the final
Could you
arc.
see? Did you think you were gonna even give that before you started, Super?
What did I think?
Like, did you think that you were even gonna give an 8 out of 10 before you started the patch?
Not really. You know, I went into it. I went into it with very low standards. I was not expecting it to be that good. Then I got to the second arc, which I fucking hated. I despised the second arc, and I was like, yeah, okay, this shit is ass. Oh my god, what are people saying with the glazing? This shit is ass. And then I get to the third arc, which is cinema, complete pink.
Yeah, we will be
Did you
referring
just
to
do a sound effect?
1.4 in the future.
Go on.
Well, it's the new
Yes.
golden standard now. 1.4, we will
Yeah.
always be saying, okay, is this better than 1.4?
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
bar.
This is worse.
It's
It's
the
the
bar.
new bar,
No,
yeah.
it's the bar.
It's a crazy bar though, I think.
It is a
Yeah,
crazy
1.5 ain't going to be this bar. That's for sure.
Hell no. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking
No,
way.
because 1.45, even if they have a new main map, it's not like it's already concluded. The disaster has
Yep.
been solved. It's probably gonna be an optional map again. So that's not great. But I still hope it's gonna be fun.
I think now
even
it's gonna
if
be like,
1.5 doesn't Go on, sorry.
Just a very long epilogue now for Walling. Maybe introducing, you know, the Sammy stuff with the Typhon Recommoner, introducing the Sui stuff with Sir, but yeah, just an epilogue, not really anything exciting happening for Walling.
Wait, do any of you have something important to get to? Because we've been here for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't-
also
I
that. Is there
I
anyone?
gotta leave in like 30 minutes, so.
Very well. So good point to end it. Everyone, do you have any final words?
Or any final big things that you think we gotta talk about?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Here's my one question. Supa, according to your famous chart that you made on Twitter,
What do you do? I didn't see this.
Wait,
Oh,
what
you not
chart?
seen it?
I've
Is it the
made
potential?
many
It's the one
charts. I've made many
It's the one
charts.
that
Which
where
one?
it's just like, it's gonna be better next patch, I swear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it the
Cookie.
potential game one?
Yeah, Cookie.
Yeah,
you
the
know
potential
that
game
one.
one.
You made a video about that fucking chart.
I did.
Yeah. So, did it finally cook in this patch? Did
It's finally cooked in this patch. Now the question is,
alright,
the question
the
on my
fucking
mind
potential
now.
game.
The question on my mind: can it continue cooking, or was this a fluke? That's my question now.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
it's
hey,
a fluke. It's crazy.
so I think we've made great progress, right? Because it used to be like, yeah, I don't know about a new patch or something, but now we got him to admit this was a good patch. This one actually
Honestly, like,
swayed our.
I still think the game needs like a soft relaunch, like WoW had it. I still think the game
I
needs
agree.
that.
Do you not? Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, with 2.0, just like
Wipe the
revamp the
fucking
game, wipe the slate clean, revamp the game with 2.0.
Get rid of all Valley 4. Fuck that. I mean, keep it in the game, but just
Wait, but you know that they've already somewhat gotten rid of Valley 4, right? You know you can skip Valley 4 now, right?
Yeah, skip.
Yeah, you can skip it now,
yeah.
So that's a wipe.
I meant the systems, even
that's
like
cool,
the
but I
factory,
meant, like,
right?
wipe the
Revamp the
story, like,
factory, even. Because I
like-
don't like that at the factory, each new update, you have to tear it down and build it over again. Because...
I made a
yeah?
terrible mistake, by the way. I thought that when they introduced the ability to use the new component to like serve the older gears, so they made it such that the new component discounts the stock bills and use way fewer, which is great. But I thought they did a backwards compatibility, which is the oldest component can build the newest gear, but like at a much higher bill and quantity of the component. So they didn't introduce that. But now that they didn't introduce that, and I mentioned it, I was like, they gotta do that. Because if someone just joins the game,
Oh yeah, they're fucked.
I cannot fucking
They're
imagine.
fucked.
Yeah, I cannot fucking imagine them making Pyrolite
They
on the
can't
day one of
build
the
the
game or day
shit.
2.
They can't build the shit.
They need to allow backwards compatibility where even if the first component they make is cuprium, just make them spend like 200 cuprium per gear rather than fucking 50 and make them spend like 100k stock bills or something. It's not gonna make a person who made Pyrolite feel like shit because they got the fucking insane discount on quantity and bills. Whereas a new player, at least they can assess the newest gear and not feel like they're gated. That's something that you have to solve, really. Like, that's something about the clean slate that I would say I want them to do.
At least with the new system, you only have to build that one part now, since it's compatible with all the other gold.
Honestly,
other
for
old gear.
a hypothetical revamp with the factory, I really wish they would lean into iterating on the factory, so you don't have to fucking tear it down completely and replace it with the new stuff from the new patch, which just power creeps the previous stuff. But rather you continue iterating and expanding on what you already built in previous patches.
But then again though, Endfield is still great for the fact that they don't give me RNG substats. God, I would have not picked
That's
the
like
game.
the best part of the game. There's no RNG
I
with the
cannot
gear.
believe I
it's-
cannot believe I have comments saying that because the game doesn't have it, the game is shit because there's nothing to do. Like, what do you mean there's something to do? What the fuck are you guys on?
Actual like
That's
Stockholm
not
syndrome.
activity.
A genuine Stockholm syndrome.
It's the best part of the game that you can actually perfect build everyone and not feel like you're behind someone because apparently your luck is shit.
Alright, but
But
then we said everything, right? That's everything, boys?
I think it's
Do
Yeah.
you guys like Endfield now?
I don't know if I like Endfield. I like 1.4. I don't know if I like
1.4.
Endfield.
We like
Yeah,
1.4. That's the consensus.
There you go. The consensus,
But
we like
arguably-
1.4.
Arguably, 1.5 is just as important as 1.4. They
Yes,
have to
I
get
kind of
1.5
agree.
right.
I agree. 1.45 shouldn't drop standard. It's a waste because people are coming back to the game. If they drop standard in 1.5 when people are already coming back in, what a fucking
Yep.
wasted opportunity. You're supposed to sustain these people.
We're on a high. Let's keep riding the high.
Yeah, exactly. We have
And
to
then we can
carry
have
the
our low
momentum.
later.
Now it's
Yes,
just
momentum.
as important to carry the momentum of that 1.4 generated.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a 9 out of 10 that we gave.
No,
It's
no,
got to
no.
be like a
Yeah, even like a 7.
or
Even
something.
like a 7 is fine.
Yeah. And I look forward to Isaac making Enfield lore videos. We're finally not stressed now.
Yeah,
There's finally
now
something
there's
to
like a
talk-
real lore to make videos
I
about.
already made one. I
Yeah,
just
he
kinda
made the
skipped
2.
it
Oh,
out.
shit,
I saw
you
he
did?
made the 2. He made the 2 already.
You made 2! Holy shit, you have
I made
enough
one-
things to make 2.
Yes. I made one for
Isaac's
arcade, and then I
always
made one
grinding.
for the entire thing. Yeah, it's been rough. It's been really
Yeah,
rough,
it's crazy.
but
There's finally like a real lore to make videos about.
lots more.
It
was
is our
begging.
first patch where it feels like easier to actually make content for it. I'm like, oh wow, I can actually do some songs about this now. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that you
Sick.
made the Arcane New song as well. It was great. And like, yeah,
Oh, it is
finally
popping.
something to talk about for everyone.
Yeah, that song is popping the fuck off. I'm very happy about it.
Yes. So we would like to close off this special podcast that we did to remind SUPAH that he needs to now make an apology video.
Yes, the arcane apology video.
Yes, that is
Yes!
incredibly
And then
important.
Islanders.
fucking
That's
like
also
reacting to
the
that.
part of the plan. Second half, Islanders.
Yep.
Yes, I will be there.
I'm
I
excited.
will be there. Thanks for that.
Okay then.
That was great
Everyone,
podcast.
thank you
Thanks
for coming.
hosting.
Thank you for coming, fellas. This was fun. Perhaps we should do these little get-togethers more often because
can.
this was fun. This was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we can do it for 1.5.
I hope we
Yeah,
do,
so-
and it's the same vibes, and not.
Yeah?
Yes, and not just
God.
dunking
Lower.
on the game for like 2 hours.
It's like silent the
Depression.
majority of the time. We're just like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Man, this was
Bro, the next time
ass.
we do this and it's a dunk fest.
Okay,
then-
that's fun though. Like, if we
gonna
get
be-
like another 1.3 where we just dunk on it for 2 hours, that's also fun. That's also fun.
Also fun, man.
Bro, you're gonna say so much shit and none of us can rebut.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll just let you keep going.
Yeah,
You'll be like,
you'll
you'll
do
be
the whole
LeBron
thing.
James just dunking the whole time.
Alright. Thanks so
Okay,
much, again.
people.
I think we can end it here, I guess.
All right, it was a
Adios,
pleasure, guys.
people. Thank you all for coming to the
Yeah.
stream. Adios, adios.
Guys, go check out everyone also.
Yes, go check
Isaac
out
for
everyone
his
here.
videos. Isaac for his music. SUPAH because we love him.
So true. Thank you, Basti. Thank you,
you all.
Basti. I love you all too.
Alright, see you. I'll be out. Bye bye.
Yeah.